We're alive. All right. Um.
All right,
So
so I'll start with Leonard. Leonard is my character for later on, background PC, and he is a what is it? He's not a full-on wizard, but he's a focus
focus
practitioner,
practitioner.
and he's mainly focused on blacksmithing. So he's always in the basement. He's always kind of building stuff and banging around, banging around in the basement. His unique story is he's from Texas, and so he talks with a southern drawl.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's come to London. He was coming to London to study to be a wizard, but then didn't like the idea of all of like being a warden and having to chase around children and punish them for learning how to use magic. So he figured out how to make a lot of money doing blacksmithing, and that's what he's doing. And you all know him; he's a nice guy, and he's always trying to get you to go to the pub to drink.
Excellent.
So, so that's his backstory.
Uh.
Uh,
I guess I'll pick this up. Franklin's a half dragon. For one, he's the son of Faravax. Anyone supernatural should know that, or at least know that he's the son of. He got something going on with some supernatural power, and his entire drive for being in London is being drawn to ancient magics and trying to get that favor with Daddy so he can go on to becoming a full Drake.
awesome, I love it.
He's a very rich boy.
Yeah. Is anybody? Uh, I guess I don't want to like spoil any book spoilers, but he's definitely got some influence there, which is a cool tie-in. I like it.
All right. My character is Russian,
The Slaviest
and
Slav.
he was in the KGB as it was disbanded in a secret order or sect or whatever, the KGB, that they didn't want getting out. So basically, they were systematically executed, and he managed to escape to London from Russia.
Now he's trying to
And
deal with this new capitalist pig society.
yeah, basically, he's the only jobs that still suit his set of skills are criminal. So that's where he's trying to make his money.
Now, has he tried to ingratiate himself with the like kind of learn London, or is he kind of just there for now? And this is the place he is.
Just
Like,
there for now, because I think in searching for a contact, he met Franklin, Dylan's character.
Yeah.
So
awesome, Sabrina.
My character is a scholar. Came to London to go to college, and I made a deal with a white fae to suppress my magic, so I'd be able to be around technology while in school. And it's sort of broken, so I'm working on trying to figure out how to get it back. Not sure what else.
No worries, no worries. So your character is just out of school.
Yeah, I'm like 25, and I'm just out of like master's school. I didn't
And what were you studying in?
paranormal psychology.
So basically your character is like a psychologist for the paranormal.
I don't know. I haven't gotten any work yet.
You haven't done any work, so she's the paranormal psychologist. Sneaky.
Yeah, sure. I guess I'm gonna here. Yeah, so I'm yeah, right. Yeah, I'm playing Jude Briars, recent immigrant to England. Pretty young, about early 20s, 22, 23ish. He is a changeling. He is half Fey. However, his Fey half is a little more potent than most other changelings. I did take marked by power, and his daddy is, well, he doesn't really know, but it's apparently somebody very high up in the Fey hierarchy that both courts hate. So he is basically like the child of like fairies most wanted, basically. And because of that, it's not great. So basically, he's been sort of on the run most of his life. He's been a part of. He had a mom, but she got taken out by some Winter Court assholes, specifically Redcaps. And he's been basically on the run ever since she got iced and they tried to kill him. And he spent a lot of time in some foster care homes, other times just on the run. And basically, kind of sick of everything, decided to go to one of the most fairy concentrated places on Earth, because it's sort of like trying to find a needle in a needle stack. So instead of going to places where there are no Fae, where he sticks out very much, he goes to a place with mostly Fae, so he very easily blends in.
Yeah,
He's
definitely a lot of half bloods in London. You know,
Yeah.
so you're not alone here.
Exactly. And he tried to use most of his very minor Fey abilities to kind of try and mask his, because he knows, being his father's son, he does kind of give off, people will recognize that something's going on with him, so he tries to hide that as much as he can. And he mostly now works as a self-made businessman. And so that business is intercity deliveries. So he's basically like a bike messenger without a bike.
That's awesome. So every member of the party is living together at Mrs. Pruitt's flat. It's a charming place, a historic row home with an antique clock store at the front, blacksmith shop in the rear, and apartments on the second through fifth floor. There's one universal kitchen and two large bathrooms, so you get to know everybody quickly. Although this seems quite cramped, the atmosphere makes it work. When inside, it's like being in 221 Baker Street, solving mysteries with Sherlock Holmes. Its charm is almost euphoric and shared by everyone. Rent is dirt cheap, its location is amazing, and for London and locals and foreigners. Mrs. Pruitt. You can easily find yourself enjoying company in the common room. Um, if you remember the show Being Human, kind of like it's kind of sitcom feel to it. And so you all have kind of known each other and going drinking with each other often and having fun. One of the common hangouts is Mrs. Frog's Pub. It's nearby. It's this really eccentric kind of steampunk Victorian style pub, and it has much of the same properties uh, McAnally's in the Dresden book. So it's a magical place for where like magicians and wizards can go, with it being neutral ground.
Mhm.
So that's the backstory for the place you're staying. And anybody want to kind of let us know what happened so far in the mystery?
We killed some Inquisitor guy and dumped him in the water.
What?
That was before
Yeah.
anyone else showed up, so.
Okay, so a quick synopsis of the long backstory. The party there's a group called a group of Inquisitors, and these are really fanatic religious people. They're basically like Germans, Nazi kind of like fanatic churchgoers, and they are hell bent on exposing the supernatural to the real world. and so they were thwarted by the party when trying to poison one of the water houses leading to the drinking supply in London, and that sent them on a wild goose chase, which eventually led to finding them or stumbling into these crates that were destined for the Natural History Museum. Shortly after, you were asked to find one of their missing professors who was setting up for a large exhibition that they were having at the museum. This giant black tie event where much of the higher up in London too. And there's a big exhibit called the Supernatural. And it's been put in the papers. It's very exclusive, and all of you have tickets to go. You've been invited by the curator, who was, who basically invited you in to investigate the professor. Last session,
He's not the dead guy.
yeah. Last session, you all went around trying to solve some of the clues found at the boat scene, including you found some leaves. Anybody want to talk about those?
Yeah, those fucking leaves
Undying leaves.
trapped in boxes for hundreds of years, still fresh as the day they were picked.
Yes.
They were fresh inside of rats that we found. that
Yeah,
had
we got
eaten those.
attacked by those fucking zombie rats or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like half rats, half like praying mantis. They were
Yeah.
kind of like a mix
I've
between.
I've still got the magic maggots from that.
Oh yeah, they were in your leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
So there was the rats. There was you tried to run a tracking spell on some of the articles of clothing, or the journal, I believe it was,
Yeah.
and
There was
that didn't go so well.
the fuck off portal to hell or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely trapped. So they, luckily, there was a circle. Sabrina had used a magic circle, and it was able to contain the wild magic that led to a portal to who knows what, but it didn't look good. And I think that's pretty much everything. I could like explain a little, but
Yeah. Brad, I got to make some contacts at the gay furry nightclub or whatever.
Oh god, yeah.
well, it wasn't that. It was just a furry nightclub. It happened.
Well,
Are you telling me it was
there
a
were
furry nightclub and it
definitely
wasn't gay?
things.
Don't lie to me.
Like furry
No.
nightclubs are gay. Come on.
Because it also doubled as a church during the day. So
What are you
balance it
doing?
out.
Fuck.
Yeah, and the guy was just hitting on you.
That's gay.
I am also a man.
The owner of the nightclub is gay. I'm assuming that the nightclub is then gay.
Not necessarily.
That doesn't. I mean,
If
correlation
I was
does not
gay,
equal causation.
If I was gay and I made a nightclub, it would not be a straight nightclub.
You have
I don't
no
think it makes
idea
much difference. for
because
It's just the
everybody
same.
was
If I
in
said-
furries.
I imagine if Roger started a nightclub now, it wouldn't be a gay nightclub.
Right.
You know?
Right.
hmm
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Well, it's it's a more lucrative market. You could probably make more money because it's a higher demand. Anyway, continue.
just yeah,
We like to lie to ourselves.
yeah. It's all in good humor. All right. So we were the day before the black tie event. All of you were together. All of you, Sneaky, you got tickets because you had to deliver something.
Yeah, a real sketch delivery.
Okay, so you've got a piece of mail, and it's like signed, and it needs to be delivered to someone while at this event, and they paid you like $6,000 to do that.
Yep. Not saying no to that. Probably should have, but not.
Yeah, it's totally suspicious. It's got a wax seal on it and a really old crest on the nose.
Yeah. So what? I forgot the name. What name is of the guy? Do I have to deliver this to? What's his name?
Just a sec. I don't want to whisper.
Oh fuck, Jude has like fucking what's the
Yeah.
word? Majestic hair.
What are you talking about?
Jude's on Jude's picture.
Oh yeah. No, it won't do what he wants it to do. It is always like that.
Would say that's all he should want it to do.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like. Jude is like inhumanly beautiful, but looks like a 16-year-old like androgynous boy.
Oof.
Though he's straight as fuck, and he gets
Jailbait.
very annoyed with it. Yeah, oh yeah, very much so. Even though he's like over 20, like he gets very annoyed. I actually have one of the things. I think it's called
That's
because
awesome.
people just don't find him even remotely intimidating.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so that's okay. Got it. So I had to get that money, rent a tux.
Yeah. And so your tux arrives with a couple other tuxes, and then you're like, "Are you going to this event? Are you going to this event? Yeah, I guess we're going to this
Yeah,
event."
and I'm floating the tab for all these suitless savages.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
So, you have a dress?
Yeah, but it,
Okay. And you got what you can't take everything, so you can't take. You have.
God, they're not gonna let me bring my sword, are they?
I feel like probably not.
Like give his shrunken
I
gun.
actually have my book.
Oh, you got the tiny gun.
A small gun.
I did not go to a museum. My friends are allowed.
Oh no! Is that the accent?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be doing that a lot.
Oh, no. Okay, awesome, great, fantastic.
Yeah, we're all working on like improving our accents. So just roll
No,
with
it's
it.
fine. It's great.
You
Yeah,
assume.
it's like
Are you
support,
shitting on my Russian accent?
Oh no,
Not at all.
I love.
I just was not prepared.
All right.
Is it raining? Shit. All right, so I guess I'm taking a car.
So, yeah, if you want to roll the weather, there's a macro for.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah. So I guess I'm taking a car.
Oh, heaven forbid you have to drive yourself.
I mean, I don't
Are
really
you
know how to
all
drive.
Oh, well.
Car drives itself. This is the future, Dylan.
So what I'll do is Chris will drive you since he's your friendly taxi driver.
Oh yeah.
He does live in the same
I
place.
forgot he existed.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any, and his car's immune to magic effect.
At that
Oh, cool.
Svart
Very
elf
helpful.
tech,
Yes.
probably unconfirmed.
That's pretty dope.
All right. So here we go with the flavor text. Another cold night in London. The winters here rarely bring snow. Just a freezing wind. Oh my goodness, dog.
That dog gets bigger every time, I swear.
Oh,
Snow?
so sad.
No, yeah, I
Like
just
a
got one thing. All right.
That was like snow.
The winters here rarely bring snow, just a freezing wind with a bitter bite due to the constant drizzle of rain. The night sky is mostly dark, lit by street lights and a blood-red moon standing out in a gap between the clouds. The moon always seems bigger when it's full, and tonight it's no exception. The museum is a 30-minute hop across town. London nights have something more, something spiritual. You can't shake the dreamlike feel. It's like you haven't slept in 3 days, and everything is just slightly off. The rain slowly falls down the outside of the window, backlit like by the bright lights of the city. As more drops gather, the city beyond takes on a haze. Building edges shifts, and it looks like you're looking through 3D glasses, but with white, red, and black tones. your eyes constantly trying to focus, but are jarred back by the raindrops gathering on them. A full view of the front of the museum is halted by the procession of limos and high-end cars, slowly inching forward and letting out guests dressed in furs and tuxedos. A few long minutes, and the lolly pulls forward, and you can see the Natural History Museum in its entirety. Spotlights with accented colors have been placed in strategic fashion to enhance its breathtaking architecture. Moving lights cast long, dark shadows across the front have been inspired by tonight's theme. What hides in the shadow? What scary things are hidden behind these walls? And your car pulls up to the front. Would you like to do anything, or would you like to look around before you walk up?
Is it raining?
Yes. Let me roll. Let's check the weather. BBC on channel 94.9.
Holy
Hello,
shit.
this is your weatherman, Foggy Longbottom, and tonight I'm feeling a little active.
What an
Based on Doppler
unfortunate
radio,
name.
it is foggy outside.
Oh. Isn't that bad?
Is it like an 80% chance of fog?
The
It's
times
always an 80%.
are a little skewed. So tonight's on all the scenes, they're going to have the following aspects: it's cold outside, and everything is wet. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Well, if everything's wet, I think I want to go get kind of maybe inside real quick before that fucks with my glamour.
Yes, you were all dressed very nice. Is anybody going to look around or do anything?
I'll have a smoke and look around.
All right, then I'd like you to make a perception check.
Alertness?
Yeah, alertness check.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck.
You don't notice anything. Out
Yeah,
of
no
the-
way.
Anybody else?
Sure, I'll make one. Now that I got this handy macro. Where's my alertness? There's my alertness.
3. You notice a above normal amount of gargoyles lined across the
Ugh.
top of the museum.
Dude.
Little bit of backstory. Gargoyles, you've heard the rumor. It's kind of the thing when you come to London. You don't fuck with gargoyles, and if you see a bunch, you probably
Are
want
they
to.
like big gargoyles or like council spout?
They are a mix, actually. There's a few really big ones and a lot more little ones, but not a whole lot. There's not like it's not too unnatural.
What?
Oh, no problem. If you need to spam me with like whispers using other stuff, like, feel free. I'll just ignore it.
No, I'm just playing with macros at this point.
You posted like nothing.
Yeah, I used the. There are a bunch of new macros you should throw in your bar. Actually,
Oh yeah.
that was the quirk. So not entirely sure.
Mhm.
So there's the quirk. There's the weather macro. There's a skill check like macro that you can also, if you take the one for Leonard, you can copy it and make one specific to your character. And I can help you with that later if you need so. And I think what else? There's an attack macro if you want to use that. All right. What would you all like to do?
I guess should we just head on in? Like, I don't expect we're gonna meet some dashing white court vampire out here, but
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw baby. It's cold outside. Yeah, I mean, do I know what this guy? Did I get a rough description of this cat, or do I just like
I hope-
gotta go from fucking person to person?
I hope they gave you a photo of the guy.
I'm just like,
No.
excuse me, are you? Oh, are you kidding? Oh,
No.
fantastic.
No, like
That's the best way to.
he's hoping the person that gave you the message is hoping that you will find
Oh.
him in a group of people so that you can quickly give him this letter and disappear.
Okay. What?
It was
Well,
$6,000 to
socially.
give you this. I mean,
Yeah, so I have no description of this person.
you just know his
I
name.
just I can just assume it's a male. And
Just
yeah.
assume it's gender.
I did.
You scum.
I'm a monster. Yeah. Yeah, I guess
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult, but he says you'll know him when you see him.
I did remember that part. But
Yeah, I'm leaving it hanging.
Shisha.
Real quick before we go inside, I want to give everybody a fate point, but they
Oh.
can only be used tonight.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
So I want you guys to start like using fate points more often. So this is the way I feel.
Yeah.
Like
I tried last
more
time. We saw how that
usable.
worked out.
yeah, the more you use them, the more I'll give them back. And so I want to get like the fate point economy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So everybody, once you're ready, you head up to the giant red doors that are glowing, similar to the photo picture ahead, and you are led through security. You
Okay.
are given an ID badge. You go through coat check and drop your outer coats. But you do notice that
Thank God for padded socks.
yeah, that security is a little bit lax, actually. You know, like you'd think that it'd be a little bit tighter for having so many heads ups. You don't know why that is, but you can kind of like judging the crowd, you can kind of feel that everybody's really comfortable here. So whether you want to explore that more, to you.
All right. Well, yeah, I immediately just begin sifting my way, seemingly through the crowd, immediately trying to find this guy because I am horrifically uncomfortable here. I want to go real bad.
All right. So you head into the museum and quickly followed by the rest of the party. Here we go. The museum itself is a throwback to Gothic times. Huge stone buttresses, 3 stories high, with artwork adorning the arched ceiling. The museum has 2 main levels, bracketed by balconies overlooking the enormous skeletal dinosaur. The space behind the columns each have a small enclaves. Some hallways to other parts of the museum, some exhibits of some sort. All of this is lit up in different shades of red, backlit with man-made fog rolling through the museum. Everybody's kind of strolling around and perusing.
Do we have an inside look?
Yeah, certainly. So I'm going to move you up to this picture here. So this room where the dinosaur is kind of big and open, but this is kind of similar to the inside. And the room with the big whale on is the one in the upper right corner is where dining, and that's where all the guests are slowly pouring in.
Okay.
And you also have at the bottom there's a little like map of the museum.
All right. So.
Wait, was that about me?
No, this is to everybody.
No. What Frank said.
Not yet.
I go, listen, rich boy, you ain't babysitting shit. I rode in a car with you. I don't need you to follow me around like a fucking puppy. I got business here.
Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's from New York.
You have a
Alright.
big mouth on you. I don't like it.
I go, I get that a lot.
I can only imagine. In any case.
So, whenever you're all ready, just rolling into the dining room is kind of the only option.
Sure.
So you can either look around, make some roll.
Yeah, I definitely want to try and spot my dude.
All right. So you can make an investigation check if you'd like.
Sure. I have that actually. Oh god. Boop. Boop.
Hey.
Oh crap! Damn.
Wow.
All right.
I got good.
So you notice on the where you got your ID and badges that there was a bunch of badges over that were still not taken yet, and there was a badge there for Mr. Catskill at table number 12.
Table number what?
12.
12. Alrighty. So that means he's not here yet?
Correct.
Oh, but he's gonna be at table number 12.
Correct.
Got it.
But you're a smart dude. You realize that your table number is 12.
Oh,
how convenient.
dope. Convenient.
Convenient. And so is everybody else's.
Of course.
All right. All right. I want to start looking in to see if I think we should probably the lot of us should start looking to see if we can hear anyone talking about Dr. Rousseau. Just any kind of conversation.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Actually, so Dr. Rousseau is the missing geologist,
Yes.
and he is the talk of this exhibit. Everybody is talking about
wow.
his mysterious disappearance, and because this was supposed to be his event, and
Well, bollocks. All right.
so it's talk of the town. And nobody has seen him or heard of him, but there's all kinds of rumors that he is still missing in the Congo.
I don't for the life of me know what Dr. Felspar was expecting us to glean from attending the ceremony.
Me either.
You get the feeling that he may have known foul play was part of it, and that maybe something or someone here might be a part.
You say maybe his body's in one of the exhibits.
Yeah.
Well, there's nobody else is missing
That we know of.
that you know of.
Yeah.
Round and stuff.
Yeah, I guess we'll just look around, right? You know, just enjoy the exhibit.
All right. You look around. There is a lot of the exhibit specifically for the supernatural is like a walkthrough exhibit, and it is like where you walk through a giant skull and you walk through kind of like the nose part, I think kind of the Goonies style, and you walk down this long, thin hallway that's got a bunch of like spooky exhibits. All of it is almost third rate. Magical, third rate like jokes, stuff, it's obviously fake, but there are a lot of dinosaur bones laid out to look like more fantasy creatures, like a pterodactyl skeleton that's kind of uncovered, but the way it's shaped, it looks like a mini like stegosaurus. Or sorry, a mini Pegasus.
Pegasus.
Pegasus. Yeah.
Pegasaurus.
The Pegasaurus, of course.
The Pegasaurus.
So, discovered in the Cretaceous period.
And then they have like dinosaur thigh bones that are supposedly the thigh bone of a giant. That kind of thing. That's like the main theme going.
It's like middle-aged science.
A little bit, yeah. But then the exhibit goes down to more African science, like the African tribal science and like the tribal vampire.
Who needs science? We have black magics.
Like, are real? I mean, are people taking this seriously?
People are taking this seriously, but you notice nothing that would upset the supernatural because
So it's just kind of dumb.
it is. It is a little bit of a letdown.
Fucking mortals.
So none of this shit's actually real. It's all just.
Eye rolling.
Yes, but there's one piece that is kept underneath a big, like black, lavish kind of tapestry that's keeping it hidden from the rest of the exhibit. So
It's probably
that's-
nothing.
Yeah, so that's their like special thing that's gonna prove supernatural is real.
The dude's head.
It's really big. It'd have to be a big head.
That would be pretty climactic. Very
Hold on.
cinematic.
His reanimated head.
Reanimated head, maybe, but it looks like a big statue of some sort. And much of the exhibit are very like tribal, spiritual, like tribal clothing and like scepters and a lot of stuff from like think of the Heart of Darkness and the Congo.
Voodoo.
What?
Voodoo stuff.
Yeah, a lot of voodoo stuff too. Oh, really neat.
Feathers on schools.
How
and
do you
stuff.
voodoo?
I don't know. How to do
Voodoo.
How do you do that voodoo?
So after about an hour of like floating around through all of this, you eventually get hungry.
Yeah, no, definitely. Back to the table. Quick as you like.
So you make your way to the dining hall. The dining hall shares the similar Gothic architecture, which enhances the cacophony of sound and light as you enter. Large round tables have been set up in this room, most full of guests being served by waiters in white suits, holding silver trays with ease. The grandeur of this place is evident in every detail. Maybe it's the company of others, an unsaid bond when humans gather. Or maybe you've never been to an event with this much posh, but you can't help but get excited and swept up in the moment. Your group is guided to a table near the back of the room, table 12. Unlike all the other tables, this one is mostly unoccupied, except for one man. This gentleman is very old, wiry hair, and a slight shake of his hand. His tux has an outdated cut, but looks brand new, and is adorned with very expensive cufflinks and pocket watch. The man gives you a short smile of acknowledgement and starts patting his vest, looking for something.
Is he seated at the chair that says Catskill?
Yes, you notice that.
Good.
But you also notice that there is multiple Catskill chairs, like it's a party.
Oh no.
So the
Teddy
name
Roosevelt?
Catskill goes across
Yeah, the rat taxi.
6 chairs.
Of course.
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt might be here in these photos.
We just see a bully from across the table.
I had too much fun with the token joke.
Yeah, like even the fucking pop game bartender's getting work again. Good for her.
So let me see. Dragon. Victor. Shrunk you.
I'm so big.
You're so big, yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Oh. Yellow, there we go. I can control every token except my own.
What?
Oh, really?
Yep.
I can control this dude, and I can control my own, but I can't
Okay.
control anyone else.
I'll put mine. You'll just have to resize it.
I can also control.
Oh wait.
I can control my own though. That's good.
Make it so I can.
Brag about it.
How are we doing with token control? Better?
Yes.
Ah. Uh.
Oh.
Oh well, I can still move this one.
I can
Mhm.
move.
There we go.
Just can you move your own?
I can move.
I can move my own.
I can move the big one I placed.
Alright. I'll get rid of the little one, and I'll shrink the big one.
That's what I thought.
There you go. You get to be a little one.
Heyo.
A little one too. So you are all seated at a mostly empty table except for one old man who's like kind of like and he's like looking around his jacket. He's looking for something, but he can't find it.
Did you lose something, sir?
I'm looking for my glasses. Thank you, sir.
Oh.
Who are you?
I'm Franklin Cinderman. I and my group, I suppose, were invited to the event by Dr. Felspar.
Oh, you know the curator, Dr. Felspar.
Yes, we're here on business with him, actually.
Oh, that is so excellent. That is good to hear. He's such a gentleman. I have gone on many indeed adventure with him. He's a very fine man.
Adventure, you say? I can't imagine a gentleman of your age would be adventuring.
Oh, this was back in the day. Yes, and he just starts rambling on.
Okay, I'm guessing I'm not getting the feeling it's this guy. Or am I?
You don't know. You gotta ask him.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, my instructions were you'll know him when you see him, and I don't know if it's this guy.
I mean,
Do you know him?
are you just gonna get a feeling and throw the envelope at some dude? Like, come on.
Possibly. Yeah, and I just go, are you like your last name is Catskill?
Oh, why, yes, that is my last name.
He sounds so excited.
Yes.
What's your first name?
My first name is Jeffrey. I am Jeffrey Catskill.
Nice to meet you, Jeffrey. You here with your family?
Yes. Are
Is it shake
you
now?
my family? He's kind of like,
Oh
He's
no!
you know, like that old guy that's kind of not quite
Mhm.
there.
Who definitely has Alzheimer's? I just go, no. Oh God, no, no.
Yes, my son is supposed to be here. So, Dylan, there's this nagging feeling in the back of your head, like this guy's name, just something about it, and you can't quite pick your brain for it.
Well, if you
You're-
flip it around, it's kills cats. So that might be it.
that might
Well, it'd
be
be kills tack.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it would be kills tack.
No, you flip it around. You flip it.
Oh yeah. So it's
Heck,
it's backwards for cats. Kill
Yeah.
cats. Mr. Kill Cats.
Kill cats, yeah, I suppose. Like, okay, so this guy, who is this? Who is thinking this guy's name is familiar?
That's me.
Yeah. To Dylan.
Got it.
Dylan,
Roger.
Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin.
Franklin, got it. Okay.
I'll start calling you by your character. I've tried to.
I believe in you, Drop. Believe in you, Rocky.
Yeah.
You can't even say Rocky.
I thought I wanted to call him Jeff for some reason. The last person I called Rocky, his name was Jeff.
It's like calling your teacher like mom.
That would be awful.
I know.
Yeah, Roger had to do that one.
Even then, it would be
Well,
awful.
I had to do that because my mom was my teacher, but that's
No. Yeah.
oh no, like it's a problem. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay.
So, moving on. So he is sitting there. He finally pulls out his glasses and he puts them on his head, and
Good
after
for him.
It takes him forever. He's got to wipe them because the air is so bloody dirty around here.
Yup.
I can relate to that.
Sorry, I was ranting earlier.
Just
And-
reaching over, grabbing champagne off of other people's.
Yeah, so
Just like downing that.
yeah, so the champagne is coming by quickly. By the way, like
Mm-hmm.
constantly trying to fill your like. There's champagne showing up. There's hors d'oeuvre hors d'oeuvres showing up too, and you're kind of sitting there like, is this the dude? Doesn't seem like the dude.
I feel like it's the dude. I don't feel like it's the dude. He just asked me if I was his son.
And he is completely clueless. Like he's trying to figure it out.
It'll be that for a while.
Yeah.
Pass. And then suddenly you turn around and are greeted by two of the most beautiful girls you have ever seen. They have open back dresses and high heels and giggle while they take a seat at your table.
Oh no.
They're quickly followed by two muscle-bound figures wearing FBI earbud and shaded glasses.
Mm-hmm.
When the girls are seated, the guards step aside and a younger, stronger version of her man, currently sitting at the table, moves forward. Really finely dressed individual with one wicked smile looks at you and says, "Hello, everybody. I'm Mr. Catskill."
In my head, okay.
This is the one.
There it is.
And Dylan,
Found it.
you are instantly like, Eureka,
Ah,
because you just realized that this is the most notorious mob boss in London.
cat
Oh, shit.
skill.
Of course, that's why I was paid $6,000 to give him.
And you were suddenly very, like, just sitting up.
They only have seats and they give us a number.
No, you had, like, it was assigned.
Yeah, I know. That's why no one else is sitting there.
But, yeah, but nobody else would.
How big is my package?
It's,
Roll,
yeah.
roll 1d12 plus your constitution.
uh-huh.
It's like
Hilarious.
2 by 12.
Okay. So it's like a package, right? Not like
Yeah,
a
it's like an envelope that's like old and
Okay. Yeah, I will just look at him and go, oh, in my head, like, okay, that guy. And I'll stand up as he like comes in and stands down, and I go, Mr. Catskill, and I will just kind of
yes,
very slowly, very slowly,
Holy shit.
very slowly take out an envelope.
He looks at you. The guards are the ones that kind of like.
Yeah, I
flip out a little
assumed.
bit. They kind of give you a dirty look, and he puts his hand up and calm down, and he watches you like with the eagle eye as you do.
Pull out an envelope. Yeah, and I will just say, Hangman's Tree Deliveries. This is your package.
He slowly takes it, and he gives you a smile and says, "You are a very brave man to deliver this to me."
I think the word desperate would probably be among those, but thank you, sir.
How much? Let me ask. How much are they paying these days to deliver a handwritten letter to me?
I think I go about 6,000, sir.
Well, you definitely got gypped.
Is that the kind of
And he takes the
information you
envelope
just you just disclose like that?
and he gives you.
I
a
was
smile.
not paid for silence.
Alright.
That's
another
a
fee.
separate charge. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I actually literally have a rate fee, and one of those is the rates.
No, your rate fee is like $300. So this
Exactly. No, it's really cheap. It's dirt cheap. Like you can deliver anything for a very small amount of money.
So he takes the envelope and puts it in his jacket pocket and gives you a smile and like looks to the waiter and get this man a drink. What would you like?
I think I go, oh god, anything like short and stiff.
Is that innuendo?
He says, make it 2. And he orders a drink with you, and you feel the tension kind of draw out, but he's obviously not letting you go. Like, you're not leaving this table.
Oh no, I'm not. I understand that. But yeah, no, I definitely have the drink with him and smile, and smile, and in my
Sonya?
brain, I'm just, yeah.
What's Sonya doing here? Holy shit!
Mr. Katsuki.
What is that?
Well, Sabrina's character's name's Sonya.
Oh. I'm less excited now. Sorry.
Alright.
Dylan.
Oh, you thought it was
I
Sonya.
thought it was Sonya.
Sanya.
Yeah.
Where did this go? There's the
Yeah. Vodka shortage. Oh god. Oh, of course.
Alright.
What?
The fuck?
She did not come appropriately dressed.
No. Where's the old guy?
I'm still wearing a balaclava.
I think that's the guy in the. I think that's the black and white guy in the tuck.
Okay.
What is going on here? I've got like a token set.
Yeah. The reason I told him the name of my delivery service is because maybe he'll use mine.
Oh yeah? I mean, you never know.
I would highly doubt it, but I commend you for dreaming.
I don't know. We're pretty good. I can get across town in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. London's a big town.
As long as it's not raining in London.
I mean, I can do it in the rain. I just didn't want to get the tux wet.
Roger.
I got to return this.
It is why you wear leather tux.
Roger.
Do you not wear leather tux? Impinge may use pleather.
So,
Windbreaker tux.
dinner quickly interrupts conversation as it constantly waiters bring champagne, snacks, and starter course. Out of nowhere, you hear a loud boom. Then a second later, a shockwave of wind blows over the room, knocking glasses down and shaking the giant chandelier.
Oh Jesus!
Of a blue whale. The room goes quiet for the longest second before the lights flicker and go out. The silence seems to stretch on until eventually worried whispers of the crowd. This quickly turns into a panic. A siren goes off, and the room is bathed in a red emergency backup. The sprinkler system turns on, water rains down, and panic takes hold as people rush towards the doors.
What the shit?
The fuck is happening?
I'll go around the room. Sabrina?
I'm gonna go to the table.
Dylan?
I'll get under the table, sure. Down. Sure. If the world's ending, it might as well be.
Yeah. Roger.
I'm just gonna stay seated and I'm just gonna put my feet up on the table.
And Sneaky.
Okay, I would like to use the panic and the dim lighting so nobody notices I totally leave the table. And I would like to kind of discreetly, without anybody really seeing me, fly up to like the top of one of the pillars and just kind of look around to see what the fuck is happening.
Okay, so in the map,
throw a glamour in to make it a little easier on you.
Yep.
So in the map, these are balconies. So there's like one set of pillars and then a balcony row at the bottom.
Yeah.
So if you want to move your token, you can hop up on the balcony railing down.
So where is that?
Probably the best. Probably like
I gotta zoom out. See where you pinged.
Yeah, sorry.
Blah. There you go. Okay, cool. Blah.
And so you kind of like leap up the top in the shadow of the lights and rain.
Yep. And I have like anyone has a -4 to spot me no matter how fast I'm moving. So yay, supernatural speed.
All right. Yeah, definitely. You move up there unseen. The intercom chirps on. In a scratchy voice, you hear, "Welcome, guests. It is time for the big reveal."
Oh, it's the Joker.
Oh, I'm gonna crawl from under the table and look very much less impressed.
You are all so desperate to understand the unknown that you turned away God. For this
What?
sin, all of you will serve our army of chaos.
Religious
This-
people are crazy.
What the fuck?
After our children have fed, you will know nothing more but the arms of death and destruction.
I think the guy we're looking for is dead again.
Either
Yeah,
that or
it
he's gone
sounded-
batshit insane.
It's very similar to the voice of the guy you heard, the Inquisitor.
Well,
earlier.
that's because they carbon copy them. Not like that one got out of the bay.
Then
He
What
wasn't
the
dead.
So he was dead. He'd been in there a while. That was going to become a problem soon.
with a loud boom, you hear the sounds of something from the opposite balcony creeping down. It's the dragging and this awful noise that you would never want to hear. And it goes something like this. Da chum, da chum, da cheek, da cheek. As two giant lobster-like
The
creatures with large crabs
What
come
on?
walking down the corridor.
I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to draw my pistol.
All right. So just give me
Draw
a
the
sec
tiny
here.
I
pistol.
am armed. I will shoot.
I have tiny
How is-
pistol.
How is it you pull the hammer back and it turns to normal size or something?
Yeah.
Like, cock it. I'm going to do that.
Hey, you found pictures. Sure.
Ooh, they're scary.
Just copy this.
More?
Man, this is some B horror shit right here.
Yeah, that is a horror adventure. No, these are 6 or 7 foot tall. They have 2 giant pincers and a bunch of tentacles hanging out their mouth. They look humongous and they're walking down. The one across the room walks down and grabs a waiter, one of the large pincers, and thrusts one of its tentacles down the throat of the waiter.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
And
The dog
see
doesn't want to
it
do
like
anything about it.
object going from the waiter's like the tentacle and going injected into the throat of this waiter as he's like crying and then thrown to the floor.
Ah.
Everybody goes batshit.
The
Including
dog is
the
like, oh,
dog.
lighter.
All right, so now I'm gonna go through and ask you what you want to.
He's seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Oh.
Oh, my dog is not that. Max.
I love your dog. Holy shit.
Maximus, what are you doing?
Go. Come on, you guys run outside.
He's such an angry dog.
Not my shoe. Oh.
He wants to go to the shoe carnival.
Yeah, that's my crazy dog.
You heard us talking about the shoe carnival.
So, what would you like to do?
I guess we're just leaping into action.
Well, yeah, I suppose I'll open fire.
I'll
yeah.
draw my knife.
I have no weapons.
Wow, what good are you?
Well,
What
I'm gonna be
is
completely
it
honest.
for?
Not the point. I mean,
I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, like my character isn't horrifically designed for combat.
I'm the opposite.
He's very good at running away. I mean, he always goes first, so that's fun. But like, first to do what?
He always goes first to do nothing but run away.
Possibly. I mean, I've got some stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't really feel like throwing it around in front of a crowd of people.
I wonder if you can use glamours supportively.
Oh, you totally can. You can. Like, if somebody's running or moving, I can make like an obstacle invisible, so they just trip over shit.
There you go, fairy magic.
Yeah, I got some weird fairy shit.
Yeah.
So you
So
said this guy's not gay?
no, he's not. He's actually straight as hell, but just everything about him is very suggestive,
That's hilarious.
and he gets very upset about anyone pointing that out. Especially once you actually see his wings that he always hides.
Oh my god.
They're like
Oh,
butterfly
yeah,
wings, aren't they?
They are
Yeah.
absolutely. They are flame designed butterfly wings.
Oh god.
Does he know which court he belongs to?
Yeah. His father used to be Summer Court, but apparently he's a wild fae now.
Oh, unfortunate.
But you don't know who your father is.
Yeah, I
But
just know that I'm not a.
nobody-
I just
yeah.
know that the Summer Court does not have my back.
Oh yeah, they hate you too.
Unlucky.
Yeah, no, I am alone.
But means you can get see the magic down the line.
Very true.
Mm.
That's that good shit. Bang bang.
Oh, I gotta add these.
Well, yeah.
So is anybody gonna roll initiative, or do you not do that? No.
No, it's just flat alertness.
Yeah,
I
it's-
think.
Yeah, it's alertness. I have supernatural speed, which says unless somebody in the room has supernatural speed, I just go first always.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Or mythical speed, or if somebody has mythical speed, obviously.
Yeah,
they
supernatural or
know.
better.
Yeah.
Need to upgrade my.
I mean,
So
I don't know what
let's
Mr. Catskills is about, so.
You can go first as 0, and then
Yeah.
this one, and then Mr. Catskill goes on to 1.
Mhm.
Bodyguard on. Good. Is that how it works? Like, if you have good, it's a +40 your initiative.
No.
It's your alertness. Your alertness rating is like your initiative,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
rating.
Okay. Mr. Catskill.
Yeah. Okay. So, is there? I guess I don't know. We're still figuring stuff out.
So just trying to get an idea, like,
Mhm.
well, I guess the lobster monsters go on a 4. That's a 4. Why is it not staying? I'm gonna put you on it. I'm messing with the turn order stuff. The turn order, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like the thing on the left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Pop
bit.
that
I got
up
you,
and
I
put
got
in
you, I
your,
got you.
put in your skills there.
Oh, I don't think we can edit ours.
No.
Dogs acquired.
You can. Oh yeah.
No
I think-
strokes.
It's
Roger, where do you go on?
your alertness.
2.
Dylan?
Dylan has a 1.
Sabrina, what's your alertness?
I think I'm absolutely not. Yep, I'm actually aloof, so.
All right, so here we go. Jude, it is your go.
Okay, so from my higher vantage point, is there like an exit that is not being blocked by lobster people? I'm not gonna run away, but I just want to know.
For future reference.
Yes, there's this big double doors where you entered.
Okay.
There is a glow going behind them, but they are
Mhm.
closed and they're really big.
Right.
You
Okay.
could search for another exit though.
I would like. You know what? I will do that in a mo. But like these are all the lobster people that are coming down the thing, right? Like, these three.
Yes, there's 3 of them.
Sure. All right. I would like to because I can move just a bullshit amount. I would like to swoop down and grab at least one person near a lobster monster thing and take them back to where kind of I was to so they don't get ripped in half by lobster claws. Probably
Or-
this waiter
or-
over here
Or
Yeah,
tentacle.
just, all right.
or tentacle.
Or tentacle.
That's that seems might be worse. Like,
All right.
I'm not sure yet.
This
We'll
waiter
see.
has no idea what happened, but ends up on the balcony with you.
Yep, just flash style.
You were always up here. You
Somehow
blacked out.
manages to keep their tray. Still has the waiter tray.
Nice,
What a legend.
right? She's very good at her job.
So she's like, "Would you like some champagne?"
I go, I very much need some. Yes.
So you finish your turn with a drink of champagne.
Yep.
It's a free action.
Yep, there you go. That's what I do.
All right, lobster turns next. This lobster below you goes and he just chops. He goes and attacks this guy right here with his big paw. And got a weapon. And he chops the guy in half.
Oh no.
Parts of the body go flying to the ground. Blood spurts everybody, and the body's kind of flying around. Really.
Oh.
Well, you see one man dismembered, you seen them all.
This
Yeah.
monster over here is going to attack this fine gentleman below him. And he also tries to grab the guy, but just chops his head off. And
Oh god.
blood starts spurting upward, and the guy's body slowly slinks to the floor.
Oof.
This other lobstrosity comes in and jumps on the dining room table.
Great name. Great name.
And it's just chomping at everything at the below the table, and the rest there's like 3 young women underneath it, like no.
Oh.
Please. That is the end for the lobster's turn. Mr. Catskill. Mr. Catskill looks at you all and he goes, "We need to find a way out of here. Anybody got any ideas?"
The door behind you, maybe?
He goes, "All right, Jim, Joe, try the door." And the 2 bodyguards quickly move to try and open the door. The one goes to give cover to his buddy, and his buddy goes to the door. Mr. Catskill moves back, and he escorts the ladies. I'll just put lady.
You lost the other one.
Oh well. Yep.
We'll just pick up a new one.
Yeah, I'll just pick up a new one. Picks up the and moves them behind him, and he's kind of like in the corner there, and he pulls out a pistol.
Oh, my
Okay.
Mr. Catskills, don't you know those are illegal these days?
He goes, "Well, when you're a man of my stature, you can never go any place unarmed."
I'm pretty sure the lobsters are legal.
I wholeheartedly agree.
He looks at you and he goes, "No, those lobsters are definitely overweight." Trying to crack a bad joke in a tense situation.
It's alright.
People are dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quickly.
Bodyguard Jim goes for the door, and he's just this muscle-bound dude with, he barely fits in his tuxedo, and he puts a shoulder to try to knock over this door, and it doesn't budge.
Did he try the knob?
Just like, oh.
No, he didn't. He just went to bash the door open.
He's like, our
and-
daughters.
Yes, just
Rams it
he's
head
just
first.
roided dude, and he just runs into this wall and can't do it. Bodyguard Joe pulls out his pistol and takes 2 shots at the most nearest lobstrosity.
I just want to say best name ever. Best name ever.
It's not mine, so it's not original, unfortunately.
Aw.
I wish it was. So he takes a shot, and you see a bullet ricochet off the hard carpet of this lobster thing.
Surprise, surprise.
Does no damage.
Do we both
Roger,
just
is your go.
still feeling
I don't
confident in your
know if
gun?
Bullets. I only have so many bullets.
Shoot for the eyes next time.
Yeah.
aim for the eye stalks?
How big are the eyes relative to the rest of it?
I'm gonna say it's gonna take a not quite a legendary, but a great shot in order to hit him in the eye. So
Just
Mm,
take like
yeah,
a
higher
superb or a fantastic.
Believe in the Russia that believes in you.
Yeah.
there is one problem though. He's got 4 eye stalks.
Mm.
Bother him.
I mean, true. Yeah. It's just
I mean,
Just
come on,
let
you
me-
got.
just let it get out
Sure,
there.
you can find some other fleshy bits.
Yeah, I'll shoot at it.
Go check
I'm gonna
for
try
fleshy bits.
this attack macro. That did nothing.
Fakes left, then attacks for 6.
Oh,
it's for flavor text. Do you know what I mean? Like you dodge
Yeah.
left and then take a shot. You know.
yeah.
It's instead of it works better when I like roll it and it rolls some die in the background. And I can so,
Except for some reason now it's showing us an empty, I guess, line of text.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just empty.
I could have put it in macro boxes, but they quickly like. I think they look uglier eventually.
Yeah.
They have a ton of them rolling, so I like more. it looks
All right,
pretty-
so I got a 6.
Yeah, so you managed to blow off one of its eye stalks.
Nice.
And it goes flying off. Let me make sure I did that right. It's your weapons and then your gun rating. What's your gun?
2.
2. So
Oh, look like you already factored that into the roll?
yes.
That could skew things a lot.
I guess so. As long as I know it's included in the roll, it shouldn't be too bad.
Alright.
But if you see it screwing things, then let me know. Correct it. I wouldn't mind. But they do have armor, but you still manage to do a 4 stress attack.
Nice.
There we go. I got a nice little chart. Keep track of all this. All right, Franklin.
Alright. I guess I'm just gonna run for the nearest lob monster. And I'm gonna hit him with me knife.
Rip Franklin.
Stab it, Dragon Man.
I don't worry.
Your
I'm
only
barely...
hope.
Pulls off a spin. Dude, nice.
Spin move!
Have at thee.
Man, if I don't play him, my sword.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so a 4, and he has an armor of 2, so you do a 2 stress hit to him.
Alright.
But he also gets to block, doesn't he?
Yeah, you make like a fist or an athletics roll to defend.
Yes. Athletics. Okay. It's fair. +2. So he rolls a 2, so that's a 2 stress.
And see,
hit.
yeah, this is where I say that factoring the weapon skill can be a little weird, because the way this works now would be my roll, the difference between our rolls plus the weapon rating would be damage. So it'd be like it'd be like you're using the weapon rating twice here.
Okay, I got it. So your roll would have been a 2, and his would have been a 2, meaning you still hit, but then your weapon would have gone off.
Yeah, it would just be
as
the weapon
+2.
rating.
And
So
then
be
his
it.
weapon, his armor rating would have gone and it would nullify.
Yeah. So I would only deal like one stress if they have armor 2.
Yeah, they have armor 1.
Armor
So
1, so
one
I'd be doing 2. So I've got that that inhuman strength.
Excellent. So you
Strong
do
boy.
another stress hit to him.
Yeah. No. Attacks that depend on muscular force. So anything that I'm using my arms for are +2 to damage, increasing stress out by 2 on a successful hit. So
Okay,
with my
so
weapon, my weapon 1 knife becomes a weapon 3 knife,
Okay, so that would be so he takes off 1 stress.
making
So that
it
would
2.
be a 2 stress hit.
Yep.
All right, perfect. I'm getting this down slowly.
It's powers kind of start making things weird. It's like rolling.
Yeah,
It's like one power is like rolling 10 stunts into one thing.
Kinda, yeah.
All right, Sabrina, is your go.
Trying to figure out what my Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Going to throw an ice spear at it using the rain in the room.
It is well lit, and there's a ton of people here.
Alright, I'll make it a really small one that only gets near him.
Focus more on the finesse.
All right, so you're just a really thin type of spear that's hard to
If
see.
they're like
In
7 or 8, oh, I shoot it high.
I mean, really, there's a giant blob monster. Come on, man.
Very true.
Lobstrosity.
You have
Lobstrosity.
reached. You have jumped. You've jumped reality. So
I'll just start throwing fireballs around while we're at it.
People are probably looking at something else.
yeah.
Or cowering.
Yeah.
Or dying.
Yeah.
Or
Or
dying.
dying.
There's a lot going on right now.
So what? So what are you doing? How many points are you putting behind it?
Says I can put 4 safely.
All right. So you're doing a 4 stress ice lance,
Yeah.
and so you'll have to roll to control that 4 stress. You have to roll a discipline.
Let's skill check. Is that what this macro is for?
Yes.
We've tied.
So 4 skill check plus 4. So you have 2 because you're trying to control 4 shifts of power, and your conviction, your discipline is.
What's the conviction check?
Yeah, you're supposed to roll discipline.
Yeah, it's you don't roll to gather power. The only thing you roll for when casting is the aiming and firing, and it's all one roll.
So that's discipline?
Discipline.
There you go. Atta girl.
So this giant or miniature ice lance shoots down from the ceiling and strikes the lobstrosity right in its back, piercing its armor and causing a large amount of damage towards the back. Since it already has its 4 stress box taken, this goes up 1.
Yep. Up to the next available box. If there isn't one, he takes a consequence.
And he had 1 left. So he takes another 5 stress hit, and his mobility is hampered by the shard of ice going through his midsection. All right, Jude.
Hey. Yeah, I would like to I'm just tell the waiter girl next to me okay, just keep your head down. Don't look down there. And then I would like to I'm gonna try and look for another way out of here. I can get from a weirder, better vantage point than most people, so I would like to try and find a different way out.
All right.
I can maybe herd people to.
So what I'd like you to do is make some kind of check. Alert?
I would assume, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so like what is that? Like an alert, investigation, alertness, one of them.
Whichever is your highest. Take investigation.
Sure. Blee, and do I get any bonus for being up high or not?
Yes, I'll give you a +2 bonus.
Woo!
Oof.
I got a 4.
4 with a +2 will be a 6. That would be superb check. You uncover. That's really big.
Oh my!
Oh wow, how do we miss that?
You recover a manhole cover leading, or kind of like a large grate that leads into the undersection. You don't know if it's like a manhole cover that leads into the basement or some kind of like air ventilation shaft. And it's got a metal grate over top of it, and it's
Okay.
in this little cubby hole back in the corner.
So can I fly down to it and like see if it's full of dead evil things? Like,
You fly down and investigate it. It actually looks like the lock has been taken off of it, and it would just require some strength to lift it up. And there's a ladder leading down.
If only you had a strong man.
yeah, I'm gonna like turn back and like just yell across to those weird people I know from my building. And I'm just like, hey, yo, there's a way out, but someone's gonna have to lift it.
Sorry, I'm kind of knife deep in a lobster right now.
I'm just yelling at people to see if anyone wants to fucking help. I'm not yelling at someone specifically. I mean, there's Royd Boy over by the door, so
Royd Boy.
We see what he's accomplished.
yeah.
I'm sorry, huh?
Can I,
No, you're not.
Mr. Catskill, can you get one of your bodyguards to cover and we can get out of here?
Can you do it? They look really busy.
Are they?
The ones working, trying to open the, figured out that, well, he's still kind of, waiting till, but he's obviously trying to open the door, and the other one's trying to lay cover fire. So they look preoccupied.
Yeah, I'm like 100 pounds and shit, so somebody's gonna have to get out.
I am not much better.
Roger, how you doing on might?
Uh,
Just me. All right.
All right.
I have endurance.
I'm real fast and I heal fast, but that's about it.
I shoot the gun.
Well, how about this? For your turn, you make everybody aware
Woo!
of the escape.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I absolutely do.
All right. Next, the lobstrosities.
Hit my.
This one. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Just one across the room charges into this group of people and takes a swipe at a unsuspecting guest. And manages to grab this guest. He shoves one of his large tentacles down the guy's throat, and you see some kind of something being injected into the dude.
Thank
That
you.
does-
And he is
Oh,
just like shivering, like, oh, like,
Feels like watching the
Themselves.
Alien vs Predator sequel again.
Make an investigation.
I don't have that.
Or
Do I
make,
have lore?
yeah, you can make a lore. You, based on all the sci-fi that you've seen, because your character has watched a lot of bad sci-fi movies, based on the weird circumstances where sci-fi movies are coming alive, that is a reasonable assumption.
Gross.
You also realize, if you remember, guy said over the video, he did mention something about turning his children.
Thought he was feeding us to his children.
Meh.
I mean, you know,
Or turning yourself into his children. Bit of both.
Freudian slip.
Bit of column A, bit of column
Yeah.
B.
Yeah, bit of combination of cow. Alright, the first one grabs some, tears them apart. The other one's still managing to try to like snip at the table. And this third one here is going to completely ignore Dylan and go right over, falls down and skewers him.
Excellent. Yes. Hit everyone that isn't me.
Mr. Catskill. He hears your yell for help or break, and he comes over himself.
He does look like a very burly man.
Yeah. And with one hand, lifts up the gate, and he looks at you and he says, "We need to get as many people out of here as
Damn right.
You can't let these things infect everybody."
Oh God, I don't like that word, but yeah, totally.
And the two girls are like, "Oh no, please help us."
Is that what they're like?
Well, thoughts.
It's not help.
Be gone.
All right. The bodyguards. First one's going to attempt a strength check.
Hopefully they can be useful.
And does not manage to. And the other one. Let's check. Strong. Handgun. Shoots. Stress. And it manages to clink off his. Do you know? It goes to you, Victor.
Alright.
I mean, I'm just gonna head for the hatch at this point.
Fucking mortals.
I mean,
Right.
that's just what anyone would do. Come on.
They do seem to be melting down people. Like, you know, be in here. All right, so you're going to be the first one down?
Sure. Yep. I'll take point.
Screw the women and children first thing.
All right, you head down the hatchway and put on hold until everybody else catches up. But back to you, Franklin.
Alright. I'm gonna swing and dip. I think. Do that. There we go. I'll bob and weave and hit him for 4.
All right, and he rolled. See, I guess you rolled a 2.
Yeah, well, no, I rolled the weapon 0 just to make things easier, so that should just be a 4.
Okay, so you managed to hit, and then your weapons.
Weapons 3, armor 1, 2 stress.
Yeah, so it's a 2 stress. So he's
And I should just roll up to 6, right? At this point?
yeah, that would roll. But he doesn't have 6. And you manage to slash off a couple of his tentacles hanging out of its mouth. And it rears in pain as like these tentacles go flopping around, and you see these little sacks fall out of them and go oozing across.
Lovely.
Fill it with fire.
And then I'm going to sprint for the exit. I've done my job.
All right, within the same scheme, same.
Yeah.
So, not a problem. Sabrina.
You get the old guy into the exit. Try to get to the exit.
All right. You help the old guy towards the exit. That's going to take all turn because he's really slow and frail.
Oh, put him over there.
And
The
then,
mobster's dad. That's not very good.
good point. Jude?
Me again. I would like to, move blurringly fast to grab people near the lobstrosities over here and bring them like next to the exit, basically, and just be like, escape.
All right.
And that is basically what I'm going to be continuously doing.
Since this is the same zone, the dining area.
Oh God.
Your speed and ability to just kind of like, dance across the table allows you to grab 2 people per turn.
Dope. Nice. I will be doing this.
You pull 2 people.
Yep, just like the 2, like always closest to the lobstrosities, trying to get them just like blamp, blamp, blamp.
All right.
Flamp,
Yeah, you pull
flamp,
2 people
flamp.
just out of the way, and they are saved. At least like trying to get down the hole.
Yeah. Yep. Don't know what's going on, but they're just like, I'm just like, go, 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 escape.
Lobster monsters. I'm just not even one-shotting up these people. He manages to kill that one and is trying to lobstrous jump in the middle of all 2. Monstrosity. Direction. Kill. Actually, 2 people. All right. Mr. Catskill helps people down the stairs and calls for his bodyguards to give him cover. And they
For as
come
much
back.
good as they've been.
Oh yeah, they've been completely useless. They look like your atypical. They stand up and they stand the table up in a corner and they start laying in fire closest to Stress.
Pating, pating, ricocheting and killing more people.
Fuck.
All right. The one manages to score a hit.
Nice.
And
That
does
is-
damage. And that's another.
Good for them.
Oh, look at that. They're not worthless.
And he puts a shot into the chest. 2 rounds. Lobstrosity's chest, and the lobstrosity is. It should be like like slowing down, but it's like it doesn't care for. It's still like ravaging through. Back to the top. Or sorry, Victor.
What do I see down here?
All right, you see a very familiar basement. It's almost like you've been here before.
All right. I'm gonna do an
It's
alertness
probably
check.
the basement where we fought the rats.
Yeah, I'm assuming, but I would think it would be in a different place. 'Cause
You are in a different location in said basement.
Okay.
But it looks awfully similar.
All right. I'm gonna make sure the perimeter is safe with an alertness check.
In this room, you see nothing, except for people starting to come down the ladder.
All right. Yeah,
But
I mean, I
also-
guess that's it. If there's nothing, is there like, is it like is there a doorway or anything I can see?
Yeah, I don't want anybody else.
Hmm.
It's a really dark room, a lot of boxes.
Oh no, boxes.
Yes.
Bad memories.
I'm gonna kick all the boxes.
All right. There's some. You broke something expensive.
That's fine. That's okay, as long as there's no zombie rats.
Yeah, you hear the sound of shattering, like pottery and like old bone, something. Um, but yeah, it was definitely something. It looked pretty expensive.
That's right.
Franklin,
I'll just blame it on the lobstrosities later.
definitely. Franklin, it's your go.
Dylan.
Alright. I'm just gonna get down the hatch.
All right. And you see Victor, and he is like crushing this priceless crate, and you're like, "What are you doing?" But then you remember this place, like, "Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, no. Carry on.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good idea."
No rates.
Sabrina, what are you doing?
So this thing that's hurt isn't really going away. It's just rampaging around.
It's
The other ones.
the other ones have been untouched, and they're rampaging around. And the one that is really injured is still rampaging around, but it's like falling apart. It shouldn't be walking based on how much damage it's received.
I should kill.
So you'll ice lance it again. All right. Cool. You control it. You succeed with style, I believe.
What now? What can you do with those extra shifts? Well, I guess the extra shifts would just be extra damage if he botches his defense roll.
Yeah. So I'm going to end with agility.
Okay, so that's what, a weapon 3, weapon 4?
Yeah. 3.
3, so that's 6 shifts of damage. That's 6 stress.
All right. Your lance comes flying out from the seat and impales the lobstrosity right in the middle of the back, and it goes directly through his abdomen and into the dining table below, pinning him there.
Oh well, it's not dead.
You see it kind of lurch a couple of times and then suddenly stop, fall, collapse to the ground.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Next is Jude.
Rinse and repeat.
All right,
Saving people.
You saved 2 more people.
Probably these, probably like, around this area.
All right, save that girl.
Of course, he saves the women first.
Yeah.
Well,
they were most in peril. They were the ones like frozen in front.
Well, of course.
So you saved 2 more people, and a few more people pile into down the hatch.
Good.
And
so do like the populace not get a turn of like moving towards the hatch or anything?
No,
a lot of them are just.
Well, they're literally all of them just like screaming, standing still, just like, just like.
Yeah, you might, 1 round of combat is roughly 10 seconds, maybe 5.
Still, no, I get you.
So so I'm not. So basically, this is how this.
Sure.
Lots of people keep running towards their exit as no other exits.
Right.
And about.
And keep in mind, you're ferrying out 2 people every 5 seconds, so.
Yeah. So between the help, Mr. Catskill stays above and helping people. Sabrina's helping people. Dylan and Roger, you end up helping down at the bottom of the stairs, just because you don't want to see that old guy break his leg, and so you're like trying to like you don't want to deal with that, but you end up dealing with it. If you're okay with that.
Yeah.
You assume.
I'm assuming. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's cool with your personality.
No.
You could just be like.
I won't, but I'll have Victor. I don't care. I have people to do that for me.
All right. So after you get the majority of the people alive, the lobstrosities continue rampaging above, and you all manage to sneak into the
They're not.
Woot.
sub. Everybody on the new map?
Yes. Very we're at the top of the scene. All right.
There I am.
And there are Mr. Catskill, 2 girls, Mr. Catskill Sr., 2 bodyguards, and 42 other people
Woo!
Holy shit.
We did it.
are down following you guys. You close the gate above, and they all kind of look expectantly at all of you to figure out how to make it through this place.
Oh, for the love of. We can't. I mean, I suppose we just.
There aren't any cocky leader types in that group who are going to go charging off. We'll have to deal with.
There's 2 of them that have run off, and you never hear from them. So we'll drop that from 42.
Well, that sucks for them.
Yeah.
So
what
what are we looking at here? What is this room about?
I smash boxes.
The basement is lit.
Why?
For
Bad-
rats.
Bad memories.
Bad rats.
The basement is lit by a flickering backup lighting, casting long shadows on metal ductwork and grimy tile-covered walls. Boxes, new and old, are stacked in every open space. Old mechanical units with dated control panels line the wall. So there's a lot of pipes, and think of it as like the basement of a large building where you have all the utilities down here, and there's a bunch of ductwork and wire work.
Okay.
So how we're going to do this is I'll ask everybody what they're going to do, and you can kind of add, like, move on, move forward, or kind of give me an action of what you're doing, and then we'll do a couple of turns. I'm not going to do it like token-based, like you can move 30 feet. I'm just going to kind of go room by room, and something will happen or not happen in each room.
Alright, so I guess we'll just exit from here and head on to the next room.
Yeah, but I was hoping would you guys mind if we took like a 10-minute break to stretch and kind of
Absolutely, no, I need to get some water.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Awesome. So we'll meet back here around like 9:45.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah, that's the guy that's been making all the. I figured you need to put a place to him. He like something.
The one ear.
Yeah.
Oh God, he's staring into my soul.
I know. I can't look away. If I look away, I'll lose the staring contest.
Let's see. Oh, we have a video of him, and I'm just like chewing him out, and he's just like for like 5 minutes. It's pretty funny.
That turtle's legs are like creeping me out.
It's the legs fully coming out. They're
Oh,
trying to find the ground. They're like,
Too long. Turtle legs are not that long. I'm gonna keep telling myself. It's got knees, dude. What the hell?
yeah, man.
Ugh.
I used to have a pet turtle when I was a little kid. It
Oh
stunk.
yeah.
It smelled.
Yeah, I significantly. I remember the smell of my friend's turtle. It's something you don't forget. The
No.
reptilian slimy smell.
I like remember I used to keep it with a bunch of goldfish, and it was like for months and months it was fine, like nothing ever happened, and then and there was just heads in the
Oh.
fish tank, and the turtle apparently eaten all the fish, and
Well, shit.
it was just like
Got hungry.
oh my God. It's like the first death of something I cared about, like
Yeah.
fish. I guess probably they probably died, probably gone through a bunch of things. Changed them.
Pets are important to teach children that everything dies.
I agree.
That and grandparents.
Yeah.
Great lessons.
I don't know, if it can back. My grandmother was like almost like in her early 90s, and she was like still drinking and smoking like she was
Nice.
30. Just like it never phased her, never like caused any bad damage, just kept going, just drinking and smoking. And
Hell yeah.
so I kind of liked her, but she was kind of mean.
Old people get to be mean because they're old. Like, they
Yeah.
deserve it, you know? I hope one day I can just be a crotchety old man and just, like, be really racist and just hate everyone. And just, like,
I'm totally down for the crotchety old man. That old guy that'll like go out and dance and not give a damn about anything.
oh, yeah. I just want to tell random people, like, on the sidewalk, oh, fuck you. Just, like, just straight to their face. What are they going to do? Hit a 90-year-old man? And if they do, lights out, that's it for me. But otherwise, I just hear, hey, fuck you. You look like a bitch. And just, like, keep walking.
Is that why old people are
Yeah.
Just in general, they've been waiting for this moment their whole lives.
Because they're just giving up. Like, there's no reason to give a shit anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. I look forward to
You
being.
give a shit. They're special.
Like, I'm not happy about getting old. but I do like look forward to being able to like running around yelling at people.
Yeah.
Just like it's if you can just fuck with your grandkids, like Grandpa, you were around before touch phones and Wi-Fi was a thing. What was that like? Oh, those were the savage days. Men ruled the waste with an iron fist.
Just lie to your grandkids.
Yeah,
I
Every
just want to
time.
give them such false history.
I had to
wanna be
rewind my cassette tapes with a broken pencil.
Yep. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're
Remember
just
that.
gonna they're gonna talk about what they learned at school, and I'm gonna be like, "Is that what they're telling you?"
I think of course the winners don't want to talk about the late. The what? Oh, I said too much.
I remember when these video games were so old. Like you had to blow in the cartridge.
Like instead of beaming it directly into your skull like they do now.
I know.
I remember the days before the hive mind.
Yeah, I know. I seriously worry that my, senior life will be spent in a video game. Being like,
that's
my whole
fine.
body is like crumbling, but I'm having a blast. Like, playing
Dude,
WoW,
hell yeah.
3D.
You're Ricardo Montalban in Spy Kids.
Like it's Ready Player One kind of.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm gonna teach my kids that there's a worldwide government conspiracy, and that they need to fear the government and stockpile firearms and like do all that
Join
doomsday
like
prep.
half our bloody country. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's scary. Like, I don't like all this stuff. Like, why don't we all get along? Too peaceful for all this.
Burp.
But then again, I get it bugs me to know. I try to stay educated and read up. And it's like, I just get mad, and then like, I never want to watch the news again. And then the next watch the news. Or I just like bury my head into working. Being like, I can do this macro. This.
Mhm.
That's been a lot of fun.
So back game.
Back to the game.
Woo.
All right. Yeah, just gotta kick me in the butt. So we'll keep the same turn order.
I
Probably just a good way to go, and we'll remove the lobster monsters.
would hope so.
Yeah, they're not going to follow you down there. They've got plenty of prey above that they're going to still chew on. And
Okay. Well, I guess the first thing I would like to do is, I mean, it's lit down here, yeah.
yes, there is emergency lighting that's blinking,
Okay.
like kind of lighting the rooms. So what I'll do is I'll reveal areas in like zones. So you're in this zone, you can see it.
Yeah, I would like to scout ahead to the next zone to make sure it's safe for people.
All right. This long hallway here.
Okey
There
doke.
is. Go ahead.
I'm searching.
Okay, so you sneak in there. You're moving kind of quick. Trying to stay nimble. It's a long hallway with a lot of metal ductwork going up and down. There's a large stack of crates of cardboard boxes, and as you
Right.
walk by, I will need you to make
Just
a
get
alertness
murdered.
check.
Alrighty, I am immediately murdered. All right, alertness. You say
Yes.
alertness. Bow, bow, bow. I got a 3.
All right. You realize that there is something inside this box that was just about to jump out at you.
Smidge
I
the
will
box.
let you make another alertness check to see if you can dodge out of it. It'll be difficulty of good, so you'll need to do
Okay.
something about it.
Well, yeah, with my supernatural speed, I do have like lots of benefits to dodging and whatnot.
All right. If you beat it by 4, you can.
Ooh.
I can what?
If you make a dodge roll,
Okay.
because you're super fast, and if
I
you
am.
beat the number by 4, I'll let you make a quick action and attack it before it has.
Dope. Yes, I will. I will attempt this.
Yeah, I'm Russian. You're not
Yes.
Russian.
It's true. I'm not. I got a 7.
Looking poser.
A 7. So yes, you got it. So you managed to. You can make an attack of opportunity on it. So if
What
you
is
have
it?
any weapons- So what it is this it looks like a mutated mouse and praying mantis all mutated into one. And it's
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, so it's got this like blood claws. So it looks like it started out as like a rat, and then it's like mutated all these different like claws and
Oh God, why? Okay.
yeah, and it's
Uh,
looking like it wants to bite your face off.
So I see it. Oh shit! It leaps at me. I jump out of the way. Yeah, I would like to blur jab it. So
Alrighty.
yeah, I get a +2 to fighting my fists and their damage when I move very very fast. However, if I botch, I will take a minor consequence of like breaking my hand because I moved it too quickly.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So that's fun. Yeah,
That's-
my character is there's lots of like gambling hits and misses thing. Because when you
Yeah,
move so
a lot of-
fast that
a lot of
Yeah.
faith in RNG.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, yeah, he kind of has to. He is a very unlucky kid. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go to do the fists. I'm gonna go to do that, and here we go. 5.
5.
Yay.
It is going to attack, try to dodge. It has a. So let's make sure it has it. It has a great athletics. So it's going to dodge out of the way. And roll a 4, so you still manage to hit it for 1 shift, I believe.
With my blur punch, it is 1 shift, but my fist is a weapon 3 while I blur jab. I just go.
That'd be
Okay.
weapon. Should be four hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it takes up the 4 hit stress box, and you jab it, and it goes flying across the room and hits the far wall.
Mhm.
Everybody else, you see this like rat-like object just come flying into the room, bounce off the wall, and skitter off the floor.
Oh,
Yeah, fucking
Slowly
nice.
Jude is like, oh shit!
yeah,
more of them.
yeah, and you guys realize in sudden horror what this means, and you get to go. It's like knocked flat-footed, so I'll let you all have a chance of first action.
Well, so who's next?
That would be
Catskills.
yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna give this to you guys. So you guys get it.
Ah.
So that'll be you first, Roger.
Okay.
It's like it's a fucking rat bug thing.
I'm gonna stomp it.
Can't. Ooh.
It's right here. Let's see where these go back.
Right.
No problem.
Okay.
Is it me? Am I holding everything up?
I'm sorry.
Am
I don't think so,
holding
no.
everything up, or is it my turn?
No, it's not. No, not your turn.
Pulls off a spin and stomps it for 5.
Nice.
Awesome. It's going to try to dodge out of the way, but since it's caught flat-footed, you're gonna have a -2 penalty, so it's going to dodge with a fair. So you hit it for 2 shifts, and do you have is your boot a weapon, I guess?
Yeah.
Weapon
'Cause
1,
that's-
I guess.
Yeah.
Weapon 1, so that'd be a 3 shift hit.
Yep.
Damn. So you hit it for take up his 3rd stress hit. As you kick it across the room and it bounces. And next it is you, Franklin.
All right. I too shall have a stab at the rat with my stabby weapon. Oof. Lots of spins.
Yeah, I don't know why that's coming up so much. Okay, I'm still. So you hit it for 2 stress,
Oh, 2. That'd be 5.
5 stress hit, so that's gonna take a consequence. A mild physical consequence. Looks like you sprained its ankle, and
Nice.
it was walking very daintily on one leg. For as ugly and more boastful creature is, kind of like
How big is this thing?
About like a foot and a half.
Oh God. Okay.
All
Rodents
right.
of unusual size. I don't believe they exist.
Yeah. These are rodents of unusual. Sabrina, your go.
Careful, lots of people in here.
Yeah, I was just gonna. They seem to have it under control. You know,
Just us running back and forth, going, "Fucking die!"
Yeah.
I don't want to hit.
Us
anybody
kicking
with
and punching
anything.
like a fucking.
You want to like you could like tag the scene with an aspect like flashlight or like
Oh yeah, flashlight.
so you could like you open your phone and
Use it as a flashlight.
use it as a flashlight. All right, so everybody is not going to be in the direct darkness. You could also, I guess, blind people with a flashlight.
You have a phone?
Yeah, it's actually if anybody's in. Are you in the know?
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very-
I have fucking wings. Yeah.
Yeah, what I mean is about wizards. Yeah, 'cause
I mean, I'm aware that there are wizards. A lot of them want my blood.
Okay, so you do realize to have a technical device like for being a wizard. Like she's like very nonchalant about it.
That's
And you
weird.
heard that it's like this really huge deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. That's weird.
It's another mystery to be solved.
Stop on it.
Get it.
Thanks.
Awesome. The mob of people look scared. They choose not to believe and they cower in the far corner.
This is smart.
And back to you, Jude.
Yeah, I'm gonna just run in and just be like, "Fucking die!" and just start. Yeah, just start punching it on the ground. Just.
All right, go for it. This thing's like dodging, and except for its dainty legs. So
It's little dainty leg.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, "Fucking die!"
Alright.
4.
You did 4, and it's going to dodge, but it's injured. That roll. Yep.
All right, so that's 5 shifts.
5 shifts, so it's going to take a moderate consequence.
Damn, how many consequences does this thing have?
I know, right?
Yeah, it's got a few.
Yeah, so I just like machine gun fist it under the chest, just.
These things don't necessarily. They just take a lot of damage. Yeah, they just take a lot of damage. All right, well you've clearly punctured its lung because it looks like it's wheezing like, and it can't get any breath.
Ah, it's making noises.
Spewing out of its mouth as it walks around on its dainty leg. But it's still trying to kill you.
It is determined.
It is determined.
I would be disappointed otherwise.
Now it's going to take a lunge at one of you 3. So yeah. All right, it's going to attack you, Jude, and it's going to throw.
Okay.
It's going to try to like dive in and bash at you.
Okay, I would like to
And
dodge
it
that.
Tries to spin around, but it rolls a to attack.
It rolls a what?
1.
Okay, well, hopefully I can do better with my +6 to dodging.
You never know.
I did just
my
barely.
God.
I did it by 1.
Yeah,
that is the
so
lowest thing I
you
can
actually
roll.
you actually just got a -4 on the roll. You couldn't
I
have done
know.
worse either. So
Yeah, exactly.
Could
So
have been worse. So
it's
you
too
were
slow for me to ever not.
Holy
it went
shit.
wham.
This thing is so like horrid looking that it just caught you flat-footed, but your just natural instincts just pull you free as it manages to miss. All right, the bodyguards are useless, and it falls to you, Victor.
All right.
Fucking booted again.
Go for it.
We're just in a circle, just. Just like Streets of Rage style. Just
All right. I guess I'll just stomp on it again.
Okay. That sounds like a
What more can you do?
It's just
Just,
working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Fake slap.
Oh.
You gotta fake out the rat.
yeah, man, it's a tricky rat. I mean, any other normal rat would have been dead years
All right.
ago.
And it has a B. Go because it has a punctured lung, a twisted leg. And rolls a 3. So you do connect with it. The
one
brute does 1 point of damage, and that is just enough to put it over the edge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Snaps his
Nice.
neck and it falls onto the ground. Squiggles once and then stops moving.
I just look at Victor. I go, "Was that the thing you were talking about?"
Duh.
Like,
Except
what
the last time there were 3 of them. So be careful.
what are those? Shit.
Pests
You ask
dealt
like
with
I have an
accordingly.
answer. They are
Okay.
as strong as 50 rats in Russia.
Okay. Believe.
They also put some sort of maggots in your leg, or in whatever part of you they can get a hold.
Ah! It's just like,
As she points that out, you see out of its mouth drips like a bunch of like little things that start moving and crawling. away.
I'm just
okay.
gonna stomp them all to be safe.
So when you stomp, it starts spreading them out, and then you realize you might be splattering them on people.
No, no, I'm still stomping.
Oh my! Stop! Jeez.
He realizes it doesn't stop him.
Yeah, everybody runs like 5 feet away. They're like, "Oh my god!"
Surprised he's not
what I'm
shooting it.
gonna do is this is
Lack of bullets.
disgusting, and I want you guys to all make some kind of like constitution check or some kind of
Endurance, I guess.
Yeah.
endurance check
Yeah.
to see if you have the stomach for this kind.
All right, I'm pretty good at this.
Oof.
I'm pretty good at this.
I thought I was.
You're
I'm pretty
puking.
I'm pretty good.
2.
I don't have
Nice.
that at all.
Not me.
I'm sorry.
I don't have endurance.
Then you're gonna roll.
Roll 0.
Okay.
Oh no!
throw it out.
You are big babies. I've seen worse.
So yeah, you're puking. The 2 of you are puking. So yeah, you saw Franklin
I'm
start
gonna use a
puking.
fate point and not do that.
You want to burn a fate point to not puke? All right, but you were like,
Avoid.
all right.
It was like a solid use of resources.
Am I okay with it too?
Yes, you're barely okay, but your stomach
just
is
like,
definitely turned
what?
upside down.
Alright, okay, here we go.
You got a -2.
Um,
And what's going to happen is if you're throwing up, you're going to go last in the next, because you're just, you don't really have the stomach for it.
Yeah, I'm like, it's no problem. I've seen way worse. It's not a big.
Yeah, you're trying to
Real-
blow this off
Yeah.
that you've ever seen. But I understand, you're looking tough.
Yeah.
Everybody knows, but nobody's caring. Everybody
Yep.
in your party clothes. You're in your hair's everywhere. You're
How
Tuxes.
are you on bad days?
Yep. I just move one hand through my hair. It's immediate.
Gotta look good in here.
Whoops.
All right. So the next
Whether I
hall
like it or not.
is pretty clear. So we'll move to the next
Pretty queer.
person. Pretty clear.
Pretty queer.
Yep.
Pretty clear. And that would be you, Franklin.
All right. I can't move my token.
He's still vomiting.
All right.
Oh,
You move your token up.
yeah.
That seems to work. I'll shrink you. So you want to move on to the next zone?
Yep. Onward, fools.
All right. There's a large room. In this room, there's a bunch of boxes stacking all around the
Oh,
corner.
fucking
A bunch of
boxes.
machinery. The next room, there's a metal door, and it looks to have a chain across it. Down here. There looks to be a big metal door. There's a glass in it, but it looks to be locked with a chain. And you don't particularly have a key. In this room, it's pretty big, but it's all one. Like each room is one zone.
All right. Fuck. All right.
Do you want to try to search the room, or would you like to try to search the door, or try to clear the room?
Fuck.
You
I'm good at none of these things. If I can't throw money at it, I can't do it. I just can't solve these problems.
Just throw money at it anyway. See if it
I guess I'll search the room. I'll give you like a little.
Just start stabbing boxes.
Just start stabbing boxes. All right, let's start stabbing boxes.
All right.
These things seem to.
so
I've noticed the pattern. They seem to reside in boxes of leaves.
Yes, and the boxes kind of represent the area. It's just a lot of little stuff and junk and debris.
So how many priceless artifacts have been stabbed?
Quite a few. I won't lie. There's been a lot.
I'm good for it. Don't worry.
So make some kind of roll.
Oh, all right.
Whatever you think would be the most useful.
Well, I mean, for stabbing boxes, I might as well just give him some of that.
Some zero.
Yeah, some zero.
All right.
I imagine the boxes aren't very nimble, so you know.
You just missed.
Yeah. You miss.
Well, no, the weapon connects. You know, remember it's what they meet.
No.
Some really tough tape.
No. I just need to see if it beats you, but I need to see if it beats you, but.
Is he gonna spend a fate point?
Yeah, he is. To get
The box?
lunging at your face attack. No, the nasty thing that's gonna jump out.
Oh,
So, so all of a sudden you slash at the box and break open the cover of it, and it's in. You look into the box, and out from the shadows of the far corner, this large rat monstrosity struts out.
How big are these boxes?
It looks at you directly in the eye, and you can swear it points at you with this long, 3-inch long claw.
I'll stare it. I'm just gonna stare it down. I won't move an inch.
All right, it's going to lunge at you.
You don't scare me, food.
You gonna eat that?
I mean, if you're not.
I mean, I'm asking more like, you gonna eat that?
If you're not.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
there we go.
Give yourself some rat.
Yeah, so it rolls a 2 to attack.
Alright, I roll a 4 to evade.
All right, so you dodge out of the way.
Get styled on.
But this thing is like squaring off on you. All right, next is who is that? That was Sabrina is next.
I'm gonna run down this hall. Just
Yeah, you're
crack it.
yeah. Move yourself into the next scene. Everybody can be at the doorway. That's kind of how it works.
So where did this rat jump out from? Which box?
This one here, I imagine, is where I attacked.
Yeah, right here.
Okay, so it's in the.
There it
yeah,
is.
It's on that side of the door.
Yeah. So
Did all the people stay in the other end of the room?
yeah, the people.
Yeah, we can instruct him to remain there. Scout ahead.
How close is the rat to Dylan?
Right up. It's like right at his feet, like challenging him. This rat has like a bone to pick. It's really odd. It's like taking on like it has like, you know how like a praying mantis will like stare down its opponent and kind of like wave back and forth.
Yeah.
Like a
I think
hypnotic
he killed
trance.
his mother.
Yeah, it's like it killed his family or something.
Yeah, like something's like awful. You don't know what.
Oh,
But it is,
please. Like you have feelings.
I'm gonna get into the. Go around them and make sure none of these other boxes are with rats.
All right. I will
By
need-
obliterating them all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you doing this searching?
I'm gonna freeze the box.
Yeah, we'll search them by freezing them. I love it.
All right. Sure. Just you're gonna have to use some.
Well, yeah, that.
Yeah. Tell me how many shifts of power you're gonna put into it.
I don't know, the general 4. So
Okay.
discipline.
Now, this is where, alright, so if we're doing this as an area of effect kind of thing, it is important we start splitting stuff into zones.
So each room is gonna be a zone.
Okay, so then if she's,
Well, then I'd
because,
freeze the whole room.
yeah, that's the,
That's the not one.
either that or she could split the attack and say she targets each box individually for 2 shifts. Because otherwise, generally, you could target an entire zone for 2 shifts of power, and then everything else would be damaged. But
So what about targeting half the room back wall?
then you could say split the room in half and target the latter half of the zone. So like the way I'm looking at it now would be kind of like that kind of thing,
Okay. That's
where the
perfect.
top half of the room being a zone.
Yeah, that looks great.
Okay. So you rolled your Did you roll your discipline?
No, we were figuring out where the room was.
Yeah. So
Freeze
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, we're doing it freeze everybody, but it'll basically cover that whole
3.
3. And you were putting 4 shifts of magic into it.
so we missed one, right?
Yeah.
Alright, now we have to deal with fallout and backlash. So, the way that this will work is that you can either choose to take an extra shift of mental stress to make up for the loss of power. So you'll take 1 extra mental stress and you'll still deal the same 4 shifts of damage. Or, you can let the magic flow wildly into the scene and have it affect the scene as wild magic would. And then you won't take any. You might not take any extra damage from it, but someone else might.
Do I have to take it as a mental shift, or can I take it?
No,
as
you could take it as physical, actually.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll take one of the shifts as physical.
All right. I'll play it out as in that because this is cramped quarters. The ice that you're throwing like bounces off the far wall and like it just engulfs. Yeah, and kind of gets you in your face too because you're so close to it and you're in such cramped quarters that some of it like bounces back and hits you and catches your feet like the cold like crawls up your legs.
Yeah, so that's 1 shift of physical. Okay, I just didn't want to do mental because I'd be out of shift or power.
Yeah, makes sense. So you're basically you got chilly hands and legs.
Alright.
Like frostbite.
All right,
Take
and
out.
then they for damage since they take an area of area of an effect spell, they
Uh,
just take the 4 shifts of damage.
I think so.
We can try to dodge out of the way.
Let me find
Different
the
limbo boxes. I think something's up.
what you can do with it. Here you go. 2 shifts of power lets you affect every target in one particular zone. You can go after more than one. It doesn't say they do, but it doesn't say they don't. So
So I'm going to say
Recall.
you did the 4 shifts of
Damage.
4 shifts of damage, yeah, and they failed to dodge out of the way because they're still hiding in the boxes. So you managed to land a 4 shift hit or something. Sorry, the things in the boxes that you can't see.
The mysterious boxes that jump out of the way.
All right. So
I'm pretty sure they're
yeah,
for 2 turns. They're frozen.
for 2 turns. Okay, so you have them trapped inside these boxes. There's something trying to, like, you've obviously hit something because it squawked in the box, but it's stuck there. Now the people are going to move up. Jude.
So rat thing still there, yeah?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go
Welcome to
back
be
up.
helpful.
Yep, I'm gonna go back up my housemate there, and yeah, start doing the thing that I do, doing a blur punch.
Awesome.
Blur punch. A 5.
Fuck.
That's a nice blur punch.
I blur punch real good.
It's going to try to dodge out of the way, and
Oh!
5.
So
It's like not today, and it kind of does like a 2-step. You
Seriously, a rat mouse.
just
2-step.
2-step. Well,
You know what
I
mean?
do
Like,
have.
like,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, I do have one more fate point than I usually do.
yeah, you could
So
spend-
you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna. What is it?
So you'll toss a fate point into that.
I'm gonna
shot.
toss fate point. I'm gonna use the aspect. I am my own man, and I will die to prove it. Because fucking, I can be helpful. I can be. This motherfucker just keeps calling me twink. I'm gonna show him.
All
So I'm gonna raise that to a 7.
There you
All
go.
right, so now you strike him, and so that's 2 shifts of damage plus.
And then
your
my fist is a weapon 3 currently.
weapon 3, so that's 5. So you're gonna do a major, severe. All right, you just squished one of its feet. Like that foot that he did all that fancy stuff. You're just like bam, and just like
Fuck your
crushed it.
foot.
And it
Bam.
falls to the ground like ah, like totally off guard
love
and
the rat noises.
screaming in pain, like my foot.
Oh, my fucking fuck, you piece of shit.
Wait, is it talking?
No, you could swear it was like it's acting,
Okay. Right. Okay,
kind of in a
understood.
cartoonish manner.
Like, that's right, you little rodent piece of shit.
All right, Mr. Catskill is helping the group with bodyguards, and it is Victor's turn.
All right, I'm gonna draw my knife, and I'm gonna lunge with
Gusto.
feline prowess, and start hunting these rodents like a cat would.
Are you gonna leave the one? There's one out in the open.
Should I
The
get
one
your
out in
first
the
suit?
open, yep. No. I'm gonna attack it with my knife.
All right, so you're gonna come in and try to finish it off.
Right. Bam. Left.
Less than.
Yep.
All right, it's gonna attempt to dodge, but it's gonna do it very poorly because
Squish foot.
Squished foot, and
Oof.
you do 4 shifts, and it's already lost its 4 shift and 5 shift. Yeah, so you just fucking shoot it right in the head, just like ha 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 ha, squish.
Impressive that I shot it with a knife.
Ballistic knife.
It's a kill.
Nice job. And it falls over dead. You know, just instant death from that.
Sick.
It's like that thing the Punisher did in that one movie where he just took the spring out of a switchblade or whatever.
Awesome. All right, so that goes to Franklin. You look up and you see half the room is encased in like a really like a frost room. You know, like it's been freezer burned for.
Right.
It should be shiny ice, like just ice. It's not like frost.
Okay, so it's like
So
pure,
it
like,
is just covered in a sheet of ice.
Yeah.
There's some shit over here.
And how long will that hold?
Another round.
Just
I don't know, about a minute and a half.
super meta.
if
Well,
I had to express it in terms,
Assign an arbitrary.
Well, a lot of it is yeah. First of all, I'll give you a fate point if you redo that, if you re-explain that again. In character.
well, that's just free. He's not gonna.
It lasts about a minute.
All right.
All right, that's a little bit
It's
better.
starting to recede now. You can see it like starting to crawl back toward the boxes and up the wall, and it'll disappear.
Yes. All right, and it's also part of your MO that you know much about magic. Like you kept your magic suppressed.
Yeah, that's why I don't really know.
Yeah,
It's gonna
so she doesn't
go a
really
lot
know how
fast.
to
Oof.
be more powerful, but doesn't really know how to. Because she's never taught. She didn't want to go to magic school. She wanted to go to normal school. Am I about right?
And I knew some of it, but I don't know how long it's gonna last. It's gonna last about 20 more seconds, really. But
Okay. Yeah, you guys are just
Long enough.
Yeah, well, the thing is like trying to crawl. It's kind of like pondering the length of how long the spell's gonna last there.
you can wait and wait.
Yeah.
All right. I get we should probably just kill them. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I'll let you all get a free,
Rat
basically
murder.
an attack.
yeah. I'll just
Cool.
a little surprise round in.
Yeah, surprise around it.
All right. I'll just assume there's one in this box.
Yeah, there's one in each box.
And where's this one?
So there's something in this box, and there's something in.
Oh, but there's not one behind Dylan.
No, this box was empty.
Oh, okay, good.
This box was this right. All right. You charge it in a 2. It's got a. It's stuck in a box, so it's pretty poor defense. So -1, so you beat it with 3 shifts.
So it's 3 plus my 3, so it's 6.
So it takes a moderate consequence. All right, you have knocked it around, and it looks like it's wedged in between 2 pieces. So not only have you like struck it, but you've made the boxes collapsed in and pinned it there. So
Nice.
it's going to be, it's going to have the aspect. And you do a crap ton of damage to it. Next, we'll be back to you, Sabrina.
I'm just sort of wondering how long the ice is gonna last checking, because they seem to have this.
All right.
'Cause I don't know, and I should figure.
That's a great. That's perfect. All right, amount of people. Jude.
Yeah, I kind of already kind of rolled on
Oh.
accident.
What-
But yeah,
is that
there it
4?
is. Yeah, that's the 4 there.
All right, awesome. I'll roll with it. As long as it doesn't like go over someone
Yeah.
else's turn, then I don't. All right.
Woo!
So you get 4 shifts in magic.
And the 3 weapons, so that's 7.
7. So it's
Get fucked, rat.
Fuck.
gonna take a major, severe blunt. Is it-
Major, severe, extreme consequence.
It's major extreme severe consequence.
Yeah. All right. You just punched it in the nuts so bad it came.
Ah, God, rat nuts!
Yeah.
And it is just doubled over like.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and the thing is, it looked like one punch. It was actually.
Oh God! Yeah, double damage.
Ugh.
So it's pretty beat up. It doesn't look like it's going to be doing anything for a little bit. All right, so that goes to you, Victor. You have free attack on one of these rats.
All right. I'm gonna attack the one that just got punched in the nuts.
All right, it looks like it wants no business. It's just rolled over, like holding him as bad as possible.
All right.
Pure human behavior.
You know, yeah, well. All right, you charge in for 2, and is a terrible. -2, so you do 4 shifts plus your weapon for
Which
6
is
shift
1.
hit. Or what?
The weapon is 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's just a lowly mortal.
So that's a 5 shift hit, and it's already taken a severe consequence. So you manage to like stab it to death.
Hell
One
yeah.
fell swoop. Mm, I think we're back at the top.
Back to Frankie boy.
That was yeah, Frankie. What are you doing?
I'm gonna hit the rat again.
Right?
Alright.
Alright. That's terrible. Is you gonna tag the aspect? That it
Oh yeah, I'll do
put on?
that. So I'll throw another 2 in there, make it a 5.
Alright. And it gets a -3, so you do
That's what,
severe.
8 plus, that's what, 11 shifts of damage.
Yeah, let's
Just
see what that
obliterate it.
does. And this is with slashing, piercing, blunt
It's piercing, I guess,
piercing.
if it's important.
For flavor text. Alright, you stuck it right in the face for a ridiculous amount of shifts of damage, and you completely destroyed its head on you. Or blade.
Now that's how you
Pinpoint
kill a
precision.
rat.
Yeah.
No
or
kill.
shift by one, you know?
No kill quite like overkill.
Alright, perfect. Sabrina, your spell, or I'm sorry, Sonia, your spell slowly recedes. And in front of you is a big metal door that has a glass window and chain on the bottom that's latched it shut.
The door to the next room is like
Yes.
that? Is that what's going on?
Yes, the door to the next.
We can't open it. It opens from the outside.
I'm saying that you could open it if you removed the chain.
Oh, the chain's on our side.
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll do that.
How will you do that?
It's not just looped
Well, it's
around.
locked,
Is
I
it
think.
locked? How's it
It's
attached?
locked. There's a lock. There's a master lock on.
Well, been doing a lot of it, but I'll freeze it in my hand. See if I can smash it.
Freeze the chain or the lock.
The lock.
All right. How are you gonna do it? You gonna do a ritual with it, or are you gonna try to just use like cool magic?
Is there any water around?
You could make a declaration. You know, it's like say there's some pipe that you could bust open or something.
Yeah. So how do declarations work? Just so everybody knows.
Declaration. Oh. There's all spells. There we go. Describe it. What kind of advantage? Ooh. Nope. That's still spellcraft. There you go. Declaration to a player driven assertion that there's a particular aspect on a particular target. If Broadly, declarations allow a player to introduce facts into the setting and storylines if he succeeds in his declaration roll. If the roll fails, the fact is not true, although the character might believe it is and might act accordingly. Difficulties for declaration should honestly be based on how interesting the proposed fact or aspect is. Ideas that would disrupt the game or are just unreasonable should simply be vetoed. There are questions to ask yourself when determining difficulty. Is the declaration interesting or funny? Will the declaration have interesting consequences if it's acted upon, whether it's right or wrong? And does the declaration propose a specific or interesting course of action? Each no adds a 2 to the base difficulty of mediocre.
So you get
Is
that?
there any? Yeah. Are there any things in here that might have one?
Well, you are in the sub basement.
I need a dish or a bowl or something. I'm gonna look for
So how about
anything I
something
can put
funny?
the lock in.
What would hold water that you would find in a sub basement
From a museum.
of a museum?
A
A
bucket
skull.
for holding a leak.
A dinosaur skull.
You could.
Why'd there just be a dinosaur skull holding
I
water?
mean, there are skulls and bones down here. Yes, like there are. This is a museum. They just kept a bunch of shit here. That's like there's bones and stuff that you've smashed up in boxes. But what would like maybe like a mop bucket or something like that?
No, I need
Yeah.
something to put the lock in. So like the size of a coffee cup. And it's not big.
Okay, how
And
about
unless
there
you're a
is
giant-
a coffee. This is a small office room, and there's a coffee pot that's got old 4-day-old coffee.
That'll work.
That'll work. I will give you a difficulty of 4 or no 2 to yeah. So it'll be an average difficulty. It wouldn't be too out of reach to find.
I'll just roll it a mediocre.
So I roll that as mediocre.
Yep, and we're just hoping for a 2 or better. Oof.
So
If I use that fate point
Um,
you just gave me, do I re-roll?
You could reroll, or you could just get +2. So
because right now that coffee is looking so old, it's like molasses, and you might not even be able to get that.
yeah.
But if you put a fate point, maybe there'd be some creamer in there.
Old cream. Yeah. That I don't think that's anymore
Hey, well,
liquid.
I mean, it technically is.
Oh, I would dump the coffee out and someone could pee in it.
Wow.
Right.
I
That's water.
Well,
mean, you're not wrong.
you're not wrong, but it's
I mean,
kind of a fun.
I mean, like I mean, I know we.
we're negotiating a declaration here. So
why
I
do we
call
need
that-
water again? What are we
to
discussing?
freeze the lock to break it.
Why can't you just freeze the lock? It's metal,
It's way
right?
more-
Yeah.
right, but it's a lot more
Yeah.
difficult to just freeze it out of nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to cool the metal, it would be much easier to cool a liquid around the metal to cool the metal and just cool.
How much power do you think you need? 4 shifts of power is enough to blow the door off.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll just do it normally then.
All right.
I don't know.
I was
A
looking
weapon
for flavor text, guys.
I mean, I'm just saying, a weapon 4 attack is like battlefield explosive weaponry.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't really know.
I mean, yeah, my blur jab basically counts as
Wait.
the pressure of a bullet.
The
So
the best similarity I can draw is that Harry's Fuego is generally described as a weapon 4 attack.
Oh.
So yeah,
Okay.
a Fuego is a weapon 4.
I don't know what that means.
You don't need to.
Alright, well, if I could just do that, I'll just.
Yeah, like, you can
You're-
get off like a
you're-
1 or a 2.
See, how
because
many
you're just
people-
trying to freeze a lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if there were people around, you probably want.
Yeah, like
Uh,
I know dealing whenever Molly's involved, they always take the low power finesse approach. So this would be like a Molly thing, where it's like real low power finessey kind of stuff.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought you meant the drug.
Wow.
Whatever
No.
mollies are
Then too, I
involved.
guess. But,
No.
uh,
So you had 2 shifts of power into the spell.
yeah.
Okay, and you'll attempt to freeze the lock.
So how
The
do I
coffee
take
was
the
too
plus
stale.
4
You
away?
just couldn't.
I have a discipline is +4. How do I take it?
You would just roll it at +4, and you just need a
so
2 or better.
you're-
Oh, okay.
Yes, you needed 2 or better.
There you go.
There you go. So you managed to freeze the lock like much stronger than you thought you could. Partly because it had already been cooled from being frozen before. It was already pretty chilled from your previous.
Pre-frozen lock. Okay.
Yeah. So you're from your other previous spell, so it had already
yeah.
gone like heated, then cooled, then cooled, like super cooled. So it pretty much shatters on the smallest of touches, and you were able to open the door. And the next room is it's
Sorry.
Locked for a reason. It's full of.
yeah.
So can I move into that?
Yes. So you can move the entrance to that room, and the next person.
Well, fuck.
You figured out the door mystery.
Oh,
There's
good.
Yeah.
A lot of boxes.
There's just too many boxes.
So, I mean, you could just nuke this room, I'm just saying.
Just freeze the whole fucking room.
I could try it.
I mean, how many more points of stress do you have?
Yeah, that's sort of the. I think 2, maybe.
Maybe, you're not.
You're ready.
Keep
Yeah,
track.
you're
I'm
ready.
trying to get my character sheet, so I closed it. Yeah, I have 2 left.
So,
So
we know a 4 wouldn't be enough to kill him, so.
it's enough to hold them for a little
But
while.
it would be enough for a maneuver to keep them held in place.
Yeah, if you were trying to like hold him in place, so you guys can just like chip him out and coup de grace. If that's the intent of the spell, like I could.
The way that
You
I
could
could
do
see
it.
that working would be you'll be affecting the area with a maneuver that places some kind of movement impairing aspect that the rest of us combatty dudes can then tag for bonuses on our attacks.
Okay.
All right. Yes. That's
Then
what
you
we'll
play
do.
the god wizard, as they might call it in D&D.
So you throw down a large sheet of ice and freeze this area.
Not on the floor.
Well,
Well,
Some of
you're
people cause that problem.
No, just
It's gotta be
throw
in
it
the-
down on the
it's
ceiling.
got to be in a
Okay,
whole
so
room.
this is sort of what, a skating rink?
Kind of, but it's all sharp and jaggly. And,
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's how you picture it. It's your spell.
Alright, then it's all like. It goes along with the rock, so it's all bumpy and jagged.
Okay.
Do I roll for this?
Yes.
you would have to
then
roll to
you
control it, yes, like you would any other spell. Fuck.
Oh no.
So, do you take that as stress? Do you let it run wild?
Or spend a fate point to reroll.
Or spend a fate point to reroll?
The wild one. I want to see the wild
You already used the one fate I gave you,
For
This-
this game.
this game.
Actually, both of them.
so you don't have a fate point, any more fate points this
No, I
time?
have one from previously, but
Okay.
I only have one, so. I'm gonna take another shift of physical and then or I'll take 2 of physical and then let it go.
So as
There's nobody in the room.
Yeah, so.
yeah, so backlash.
Yeah.
So you'll take 2 as backlash and that 1 run wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the problem was is released too much energy into too tight a space. The ice freezes so quickly that a couple of pipes sending steaming hot water across the room burst open and start flooding this room with a torrent of water. So the room is going to not only be frozen, but now it's going to have a torrent of water aspect tagged to it. And there is a valve, like like one of the levers things, those big spinny round things. that you'll have to spin in order to turn off the water, and that is located on the far wall. In order for everybody, the people to get by, you're gonna have to turn this water off.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find some kind of.
So did I take a mild consequence, or was that those 2 shifts?
If
Do
you
have 2 shifts available?
Yeah, I have 2 more.
so so the way that would work is so you've already taken what, a 1 stress hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then you would take a 2, and then you would take since you couldn't take another 2, it'd roll up to the next available slide, which would be the 3. So you take a 2 hit 2 stress hit and a 3 stress hit.
Okay.
Can you take those?
No, actually, we're not a physical.
So you're gonna take physical consequence.
Oh yeah, you probably don't just
Mild. I only need 1.
Oh, sorry, a mild physical consequence.
yeah. So then, yeah, you could just take them both as the mild consequence.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but
I thought you could only take one type of consequence.
Well, no, I mean, you can take as many as you need, but since she's taking a 2 stress hit and she needs to. Yeah, no, she could just. Though since a mild consequence is 2 stress relief, then a mild consequence is enough to mitigate all the damage she's taken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna say is that frozen, your legs are frozen in the ground, and you were also caught, and you were stuck there.
I am stuck in the doorway.
Well,
Excellent.
well,
And everybody, but your aspect does get put on the scene, which is, what was it? Freeze. What were you trying to do?
Freeze the boxes.
Yeah. So everything's stuck in ice. How about that? We'll throw that aspect up.
And water. And, yeah, me.
Yeah. So we got torrential water and new aspects.
there you go.
Okay.
All right. So
Oh,
who is
oh,
next? That'd
like
be
me, I guess.
you. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you in the dark.
So me?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So is she's not like she's not blocking the way or anything, right?
No, just kind of
Alright,
stuck. Her legs are stuck in the ice at the entrance.
Okay. Yeah, I think I move on, kind of see what she's doing up in here. I'm just like, oh shit, are you okay? You got the frozen legs.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay.
She'll thaw, don't worry.
Alright.
The thought will thaw.
6 rats in here.
Yeah, yeah.
They are frozen for about 40 seconds.
40 seconds. Okay.
Well, when you take that's
About right.
I mean that's like what,
That
6
sounds like
rounds?
you just figured it out. Paying attention to the last room.
Yeah. I go, so you're like a wizard or some shit, right?
Yeah, sort of.
Is everyone at the goddamn house something weird?
I mean, I'm the son of a dragon, so you know.
I'm
Throw that out there.
just like, oh shit, okay. That I can see that.
Don't worry. The other one's just a Russian. Don't worry.
I am a Russian.
I go, all right, well, we're all something weird.
Bratski Raznia!
I go, okay, well, if they're all frozen, maybe I could do maybe this. Jude is gonna kind of reach past what's your character's name? Sonia.
Sonia, but not Sonia.
Yes, so Sonia. Gonna reach past Sonia and just like kind of close his hand, and as he does it, because in order to use his Seelie magic, he has to drop all of his glamours. on his back, just kind of materializing as if like came off of them, two God damn it, massive like flame colored butterfly wings.
Oh, you're a
Yeah.
fairy in every way.
Like, and because of that, also my sea by power unleashed, which is not great. And I will, because she kind of like in the Dresden Files book, as everything is something is flash frozen, I would then like to flash fry it and basically shattering and heating it up and doing more damage because I do wield the power of fire with my seal magic.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Go for it. Let's do
Kind
it.
of the opposite.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, you do have Sealy magic.
I do.
Oh fuck! All right.
Yeah, I do. I'm pretty powerful. I just don't like to use it because it makes it really obvious what I am and
Right.
Yeah.
because it's just us and I've identified we're weird. I'm like, okay, not too much judgment here.
I'm judging the shit out of you.
I know you are, but I don't worry. I'm judging you too. So,
All right. So how much
Your
damage
people are
does it
starving.
You keep listening too much food.
it's true. Yeah. So I have. So it'd be my discipline. I'm going to. Yeah. So I am going to do. What did I name this? Summer Says Hi. I basically raise the temperature of a zone to a like I basically just do a quick flash fry. Everything just anything kind of flammable kind of goes whoop, and it's just it only lasts basically a round, but it just goes whoop. It's just like a light and a torrent of flame kind of just erupts from the center and just goes. If we were outside, it would be like a sunbeam really concentrates down or something like that.
Oh fuck! All right.
But yeah, unleash the power of my father.
And so, what would that be? Do you need to control?
Yeah. Yeah. So because Sealy magic is a lot more niche than general magic. I need to roll discipline.
Okay.
And I think I need for this. I think I probably need a 3.
Because how many?
Well, you're
How many shifts? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, mechanically it operates just like mortal magic.
No, it totally does. Yeah, but I how I like to do active. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna do. You know what? I'm already doing it. Let's do it. I got a kind of a chip on my shoulder, so I think we're gonna do 4 shifts. I totally could fail at this, and that could be bad. So
I have faith.
all right, I appreciate it. But yeah, so I have that. Okay, let's not all die. I would hope. Whip.
Okay. Well, you control it.
I have yeah. Well, I put 4 shifts in, so.
Well, I mean, you know.
Control.
Well, what I'm gonna do though is I'm actually going to. I have 2 other fate points, so I am going to spend a fate point. I'm going to activate boons and sins of the father.
I'm going to say.
Yeah,
I'll
totally.
make a deal with you.
Okay, I'm excited.
Because you forgot one particular element.
I did.
So instead of spending, if you look at the aspects and remember the description of the move,
Right.
Instead of spending a fate point here, I will give you a fate point if you let bad stuff happen and your spell go off.
I will take that fate point.
There you go. I think it's our first
I will
compel.
Alright.
Yeah, I will be compelled and just be like, yeah, let me do. Oh shit.
And you fire off the spell, which you forgot to realize, and you're ready to come in and be so useful, and your adrenaline is pumping. What you forgot to realize with this place is like a torrent of water,
Yep.
and it's been frozen and then flashed heat, and all of a sudden,
So
this
just steam.
torrent of water turns into this cloud kill of steam. that billows out from this room, and everybody in the room is engulfed in steam, and it's going to take. You can make an athletics roll to take half of the shifts of power that was put into it. If you save, you take half. If you don't, you take full. So I'll let you like dodge out of the way for partial. If
Well,
that's fair to everybody in
Absolute
the direct room.
mongoloid.
If
I'm
everybody's
not going anywhere.
you're not going anywhere. So
No, she's just stuck in it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna take a brunt of this damage.
It's fine. I can try and pull her out and hope she keeps her legs.
Yeah.
You could try to shield. I'd give you a fate point to be like for heroics. But it depends on your character.
Can I just like duck down?
You can duck down. and try
Hopefully
to,
the
like-
steam unfreezes your leg.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it could, but it's still,
Still,
even
yeah,
if
it's
you're
bad.
ducking, there's just a,
Well, yeah, I know, but it's better than just standing there looking at it like.
Okay, so you're gonna like, I'm gonna say you get your arms, because you're taking a consequence for this.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hide my face.
Yeah, so I'll allow you to hide your face, but you are gonna have severe burns on your upper arm, and you get severe burns on the arm,
Is that
because you're
moderate?
stuck. Yeah, that's a moderate consequence.
Okay.
And Sneaky, you'll have to take a consequence. Like either you'll have
Yo.
to make a roll to dodge out of the way, or take
Sure.
some of the steam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, cool. Yeah, I would like to. I should be like, oh shit, just like
Oh,
Got that.
fucked up.
right, fuck enclosed spaces. Like there's so many. I was in the moment. I get that, so I got a 4.
All right. So that matched it. So you take a minor consequence, get lightly burned on your arms.
Well, no, not
Okay.
even stress. Just
Well, it would be, 2 stress hit, I guess. We could do it that way.
Okay.
yeah, it's generally better than just throwing a consequence to somebody.
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to like.
That's all good.
role
Like
play
I
it
got,
out more.
yeah, it's all good.
And so that's it for you two. The rats will be dead.
Excellent.
Oh, I did it.
Yeah, you
We
successfully
did it.
killed all of them easily and quickly. They
In the
just could
giant steam explosion, which was absolutely planned, I hope.
not-
I immediately say without really thinking about it, no, absolutely. I planned. That did not go the way I wanted to.
I don't know if I should be
Okay.
disappointed in your lack of, or appreciative of your honesty.
I actually look at you and go, actually, I kind of can't lie.
Oh,
Which is
right,
why I'm
very.
kind of blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, almost every changeling I've met can totally lie. I'm the only one I know of. It kind of sucks.
I like the role play of it. Good stuff. All
I'm
right.
just gonna laugh at you.
So,
Laugh it up, Rusky.
What?
No one's called me Rusty yet.
We've just called him Slav.
I'm gonna brandish my knife. Just
all right.
kind of.
Yeah.
You approach.
Careful, that's
this
actually
room,
really dangerous for him.
Mm-hmm.
and you see that there's a downpour of water that's blocking path to the other trails. The only thing that's going to stop this water is a round like valve thing that you have to spin to turn off the water, but you're going to have to make some kind of strength or some kind of way to get over to that valve cover, slipping on the knocked back by the water that's spurting out of it.
Okay, so if we got to turn that thing off, I could carry someone over there. I mean, my wings are still out and just going.
Yeah, but I want to give everybody if you don't mind.
Oh no, totally. No, I'm just saying, like, I just talking to the team.
Oh, yeah,
saying
yeah.
I could help. I couldn't turn it myself, but
So what would you like to do, Roger?
Hell, I don't know. Trying to turn off the water.
Yeah. So do you want to try to like charge in there and use your strength? to do
Just shoot it.
I
know,
don't.
shooting
I
it
don't
might
think
make
that'll
it worse.
help.
That could make it worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. You don't know. You. I mean.
You get it just right.
I'm
Spend 3
pretty
fate
sure.
points.
I do have 2, but
Nope, it's not
I'm
3.
just gonna do what would that be? Like endurance or
Well, if you want to
Athletics?
just sprint
Yeah.
through and hope for the best, you can make an athletics roll.
right? But like I guess to endure the water. I don't
I
know.
would say a strength because you're going to be fighting against them.
There is no strength, so
Oh, sorry. Might.
there you go. But I don't know, because might's generally just used in the physical aspect, lifting and breaking things.
Well, he's saying I'm fighting against the water.
How about endurance? Because you have to push forward against this.
Yeah, that's what I was
ever-flowing
saying.
Yeah, if anything, yeah.
So yeah. Ooh,
Okay,
3.
yeah, we'll use that. 3. That was good enough to get to. You managed to trudge through the water, and you get to the valve piece, and you're gonna need to now. You're gonna need some might to turn this thing because it's kind of rusted shut.
Yeah.
And it's gonna need a lot of you're gonna put you back into it. Try to spin.
2.
It's not gonna quite do it.
Dang.
Do you want to use some
You got a-
heroics to do
You got a
it?
fate point, human?
I do have a fate point,
There you go.
so I can just add 2 to it and make
Yep.
it 4. Alright,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
All right. So you got it. For me, can you add like some flavor text of what you would do to try to like stress it out? And,
Come on, Reg.
I'm just gonna like jump on top of it and just put all my weight on one side.
Oh, you're gonna
Alright.
lean,
Love squat on the
he's
belt.
gonna
Awesome.
he's gonna lean himself against the wall and squat with all his might.
Yeah.
All right, totally giving you a fate point for this. So you get it back, and you do a squat on this thing, and you're just like, "This is how it's done." And you just let out this bellowing loud, and this thing like breaks and just pulls shut, and the water slowly comes to a trickling stop. Good job. We're to turn off the water.
My God.
So
They hit a similar leak in the basement of my Russian home.
Right.
Remind. What do they call homes in Russia? Gulags.
Gulag is a prison.
Ah, yes, that one.
Just
Gulags are prisons removed from society.
100-yard stare, just like at the mention of the word gulag, just like just
Only the worst criminals in Russian society go.
Oh well, you'd fit
or
right in,
people
I
who
imagine.
disagree with the leadership.
Yeah, basically, almost everyone in those places are. I don't being.
No, I caught like half of that, but
Yeah. Understood.
good try. I think it's because I'm recording, but
No, it's
Yeah,
happening for me
It's
too.
probably not.
I was happy for you
So-
too.
It is 11 o'clock tonight.
Oh,
What's
fuck it is.
everybody think about going a little bit longer, calling it here? Kind of. Let me hear what everybody's got to say.
I think if we go for much longer, the recording's gonna be ridiculously large. It's already like 18 gigs or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everybody cool with calling it here, and we'll pick up next time.
32
Yeah.
gigs. Yeah, let me stop recording.